Back for the third time.
Hey.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey. You're really fucking up 3 times in a row.
Well, you know, and to celebrate and to also show my political views, I have whiskey, but I also wanted to bring some vodka to show my support for not only the person on the right side of this conflict, but the sponsor of this video, Vladdy the Daddy. Yes, sir. He's in the right. I'm sorry. If you're going to be Ukraine all small and willing, just take it. Take it. Just let him invade. Let him occupy. Sure, you'll lose all your basic freedoms, but, you know. Have you seen him roll around in jiu-jitsu? He's a pretty cool guy. Old Vladimir.
You just decided square one you're going to open this strong as fuck, huh?
Yeah. I also needed a reason to drink vodka.
You don't need... No, you could just do it. That's the great part about, anything. You just buy shit and start drinking.
That tastes real good. I'm totally kidding, by the way. He is not sponsoring this video.
Yeah, I would fucking hope not.
Yeah, but this is the third time. How you doing, buddy? How's your schooling?
Dude. Fuck. Oh, my God. I made a mistake. I
can't believe somebody actually told you guys, are you doing okay? No, we're pretty suicidal over here, but, you know, we're getting through it. Can't be that bad.
Dude, so, first semester was not bad, by any means of the word.
Yeah, I did.
It was a pretty cake semester. Most of it was online. We showed up to class 2 days out of the week. Everything was cherry. We showed up for this semester, and we only have class 3 days out of the week. Everybody else is working their normal shifts, doing all of their
So you guys are all EMTs as well as being
everybody's in the field except for one guy in the class. He's the only one that's not in the field. But other than that, the rest of us are all have a job. And dude, this past week, getting ready for finals, I had to get in total, I had 7 exams I had to get done. Yeah, and mind you, I only have 4 classes and 1 lab. I had stuff for one class. I had 3 exams for another class. One of them was so I can get nationally certified for our trauma. And then I had my neuro, and then I had my pharmacology on top of that. So yeah, I'm trying to study 4 different subjects in a very broad spectrum to get ready for this. And boy, it was rough.
And how many hours are you working a week?
48. It's nice. It's 48 straight, but dude, this past week was kind of rough too, because it was just
That sucks, bro.
Dude, we're all overworked, underpaid. It sucks. And it wasn't a super busy week, but it was busy in the sense that you're just showing up to stupid call after stupid call.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, my toe hurts. And what sucks is you can't just be like, why'd you call 911 for that?
Yeah.
You have to look at them and be like,
you have to actually deal with it and assess them.
Okay. And so with your toe hurting, do you feel pain anywhere else? Is anything else bothering you? Are you having a stroke too? A heart attack? Nothing? Okay. You can't just call him an idiot, and it sucks.
That's fucking dumb. I couldn't do your job, dude. I mean it. I could not do your fucking job.
You know what's horrible? I love my job. Even those stupid ones, because it's funny. So there's this thing in your brain. It's called cerebral spinal fluid. It's pretty dope. Helps kind of maintain life. But it's only flows through, the important parts of your central nervous system. Well, we had one call where this kid was oozing kind of pus out of his rib. And he goes, what's that? And we were like, that's just pus, dude. Did you get an infection? What happened? Did something bite you? And his mom goes, no, it's CSF. I looked it up, and we were like,
CSF? Cerebral spinal fluid.
Yeah, I was like, okay. It's not. She goes, how do you know? And I was like, all right, well, there's a literal test I could do right now, but you're not going to like what I have to do to test it. Or you could just take my word for it because it doesn't come out of your ribs.
So what was it?
It was just pus. That's it. He had like a little infection on the side, and it just started oozing. It was gross. He was 14, and he probably needs to understand what a shower is.
Oh, it's one of those.
It wasn't nasty or anything. Just the kid's been... We had like a history with that family. There's a lot more that goes into that. But
okay.
it was just
it's one of your regulars.
It was only regular for like 2 weeks. He got COVID, and then he was kind of just stuck in home. So it was a lot of anxiety that brought us to that house the entire time. It wasn't horrible, but it was still just a lot of like... Because most of the job is education. Because I think we went over something like the average reading level in New Mexico is like a 3rd grade reading level.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can you look that up, please?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What? That's what we were going with.
Fair enough. But
So the average reading level in New Mexico is a 3rd grade level.
that's what we were talking about, because we were going over how
Are these all the ones from last time?
Yeah, it saves it.
Shit. Okay.
No.
we were talking about how there's possibly a correlation between poor education and high call volumes, and varying from state to state. Also, it just depends on what your state is naturally like exposed to.
Lower 4th grade reading level scores in 17 states compared to 2017. Scroll down. I can't see. What does the Mexico have to say? Oh my God. So we're looking at a graph that's showing like the national reading levels and how New Mexico stacks up against the rest of them. What the fuck do those numbers mean?
I am reading. You started talking. Now I don't know.
Yeah,
You're asking me questions before I had the answers, buddy.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I don't know what the fuck that graph means.
Well
But I mean, that
below
makes
the
sense.
national average.
I mean, the more stupid you are, the more likely you are to hurt yourself.
It's not even hurting yourself. It's just not understanding how like basic things work. That's like how we correlate kind of high call volumes, right? So
It's not bad. The nation's 219. We're 208. So.
Well, we do have the
Grade
worst.
Public school students. That's for 4th grade public.
We have the worst rated biopark in the nation for elephants. Did you know that? We read that last night. And you can find the article too. It's on KOB4. So apparently, every year, for like the past 10 years, every time there's a birth of like a baby elephant, they die that year.
what?
Every single year here in New Mexico. Yeah, every single fucking year.
Sorry, I'm deleting all.
No, yeah, get rid of all that. Yeah, every single year that we have a baby elephant get born, they die. In that same year.
Is it just like veterinary care that's causing that?
Oh,
or just overall
it's
like
just the conditions. Oh, it's the herpes virus. Herpes was killing elephants in New Mexico. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's herpes. Thank you. So yeah, play the video.
We start, though, tonight with yet another devastating day at our Albuquerque Zoo because we've lost yet another elephant, the second in less than 2 weeks, to a very concerning virus. This time, it was 8-year-old Jasmine who passed. Chase Golightly spoke to zoo officials, and Chase, this isn't just devastating for locals. I mean, this could really impact the Asian elephant population.
Tessa, that's right. And veterinarians from all over the country tried all they could to save Jasmine's life from a virus that also claimed the life of her 3-year-old brother, Thorn.
We've suffered a devastating loss.
The Asian elephant herd at the ABQ Biopark became smaller yesterday afternoon when 8-year-old calf Jasmine died from a virus.
It's devastating. This is like losing a family member.
I'm waiting for
Biopark
them to say
Associate Director
herpes.
Bob Lee says Jasmine died from elephant endotheliotropic herpes virus, or EEHV.
EEHV is the #1 killer of young animals.
you can kill
1
it.
in 5.
So yeah, only in New
elephant calves
Mexico
will die
do we
from
have
this.
elephants
virus
dying from
experts are still
herpes.
learning
well,
about.
so if it's like an elephant type of herpes, that logically makes sense.
Well, it's not like I mean, I'd hope a human didn't try to make it with an elephant, but
Hey man,
still.
3rd grade reading level.
How did they start?
Fair. That's fair. But on a lighter subject, are we going to talk about like the elephant on? Okay, that's a bad phrasing. The big thing that's on like the internet right now. Are we going to talk about that? Or are we going to brush over that?
Talk about what?
The whole Will Smith, Chris Rock incident.
What happened?
The fact that when they made the Oscars completely more diverse, violent crime went up 100%. Like, are we gonna talk about that? Well, I'm just saying, like, what world do we?
So I was genuinely curious about that because I know in the light of like everything like social wise, it's been like a massive attempt to be more inclusive for whatever reason. So I looked it up and I was like, have there been like black hosts to the Oscars before? And I'm pretty sure there has. At least what I saw. I brushed over it like real quick just to kind of.
Oh, no, I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah,
but like,
I figured as much.
Yeah, no, but so, I mean, the way I digested that was, you don't assault somebody for making a joke, first of all, and second of all, I think what's important to take away from it is if you look at Will Smith, I don't even know where to start with this. So like that is a product of being in an extremely toxic relationship. Because if you watch I know you can find the video, so please pull up the video. Because when Chris Rock makes the G.I. Jane joke, Will Smith laughs at it. Mm-hmm. And then Jada Smith is
very
ticked.
Uncomfortable. Like you can kind of see it in her face. She's just like.
So, and once that camera cuts away, she probably just gave him an ugly glance, and he was like, oh, well, if I don't do something about this, she's going to go fuck another SoundCloud rapper. So he gets up.
Aren't they actually, like, it's been very vocalized that they're in an open relationship?
I try to find information about that after we were talking about that, but I don't know if they are or not.
Because I kind of looked around, especially after good old Jose brought it up into our group chat, and I saw a couple things that said for, like, the past 20 years they've been...
Okay.
They've been
in an open relationship.
Yeah,
okay,
they've been expressive about an open relationship.
Okay, but even if they are, have you seen the video of that little interview they did, that little table conversation that Jada and Will did, where they're talking about like Will has to like pull it out of her that she cheated on him?
No.
Have you seen that? No. Okay.
Is it the one where he's crying? Like that ended up becoming a fucking meme?
Yeah. Well. I think that was a different one, actually. But yeah, watch. So.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
Oh, he's not the full thing where what's her name is all pissed?
Oh, this is Entertainment Weekly.
Oh, yeah, whack. Anyway, my point is that he knew that she was going to do something stupid, and I think that was like the breaking point of an extremely toxic relationship. And
like,
well, because Will Smith has been the butt of the joke for how long? The past 40 years? 3 years?
Yeah, he's...
You know who's got the hardest job?
Who is the rapper's name? Like Quavo or...
No, it was August something. If you want to skip forward to like...
You know who's got the hardest job tonight?
But yeah, so I think that he just knew that if he were to go home without doing something like that, or without doing something super bombastic, she would have done something.
Well, I just showed Joey a meme where it was like, because of Will Smith's actions at the Oscars, Jada's going to let him watch so hard tonight. And like, you're just looking at that like, dude, it sucks because, like that man has been through the fucking ringer for like the past couple years, especially like involving his relationship specifically. Yeah. He's been getting it torn apart and torn out of him. Like it's constantly in the news. It's constantly been a meme that's shown up. Well, even when it's not in reference to the situation, they still use his face in correlation with that, and it's horrible.
And now in the aftermath of this, I mean, now what has he been calling the internet? A cuck, a simp, right? Because he
us.
Well, yes. Well, because he went out and defended someone who openly cheated on him, and we'll find it afterwards. But in the video where they have that little conversation, and he brings up. Like, because he goes like, why don't you explain what happened? And she gives some like bullshit intro and it says, I got into an entanglement with this person. And he looks at her and goes, entanglement? And she goes, oh, well, it was a relationship. He goes, yeah, it was a relationship. But like, she got into a relationship with someone while they were married. And she has no remorse about it. and she cheated on him like repeatedly. No remorse, no like feelings of being sad or regretful. Like no, she laughs it off. And Will Smith is like that meme you've seen where Will Smith's like, trying to like hold it all back. He's getting all red.
Yeah,
like that's where it came from. And so I think now, like looking at this, I mean, this is just a dude hitting his breaking point. And then what's also shitty about it too, the second side of it is, look at who he hit. Right? Chris Rock is almost 60 years old. He's small. He's skinny. He's had his arm in a cast for, like, I think the past 4 months. Like 4 or 5 months, he's had his arm in a sling. So, I mean, and I know like a couple of posts that I've seen on the internet is like, well, what if The Rock made a fucking comment like that?
Or Mike Tyson was hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, like what if someone with some actual size, or like Jason Momoa was at the Oscars on Sunday night. So what if Jason Momoa made that comment? Is Will Smith going to go up and smack Jason Momoa? Right? Or what if me and her were having a conversation last night about it too? What if that was Kristen Wiig giving the Oscar and he hit her? Or if Kristen Wiig made the joke and Jada herself went up there? No one would have given a fuck. It would have been done by now.
Well, so like the one thing that I hate is like, so alopecia as its basis,
which like is a disease that everyone's an expert on now, by the way.
Apparently. Dude, it's a super common thing, especially amongst the black female population. A lot of it has to do with just how, like, when it comes to, like, dreads and other things like that, it can happen to pretty much anybody. Eventually, it becomes an autoimmune thing where it attacks the follicles. Cool. But people can experience what's known as hair loss alopecia. Same thing, just a longer name, where they just lose their hair because it's tied in braids the whole time.
So you called it alopecia. Like there's one version is alopecia, and there's another version that's hair loss alopecia.
They're the same thing.
They're the same thing.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just an attacking on. It's just your immune system basically attacking your hair follicles. There's really like nothing to do about it, as far as I know, but it's caused from prolonged like tension on your hair or on your hair follicles. That's where like a lot of usage of like cornrows, tight braids, dreadlocks, and other things like that, depending on how often you're getting your twists done. There's more to it than I understand or than I know. But basically just for prolonged stress, eventually it just causes an attack on those follicles. It's a fairly common thing.
Right.
It's not like all of a sudden now everybody's an expert on alopecia loss, like you said, just alopecia as a whole. Because Jada was not even the butt of a joke. It was like Chris Rock verbatim says, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah. Well, then also, I mean, for anyone who's seen G.I. Jane, it's kind of hot. Demi Moore's a bad motherfucker in that. Have you seen G.I. Jane? She's a bad motherfucker in that movie.
It's a good movie.
Like, how is that an insult?
Dude, I genuinely don't have an answer as far as, like, it's just her being offended by a joke. And that's the thing. So, like, afterwards I saw another meme that said, Amy Schumer's now offended to find out that she can get slapped for making bad jokes. Which, to me, was just amazing.
She actually made a pretty funny joke. I saw a little clip where she walked. I guess she was gone when they were doing it. They did a bit of her in a Spider-Man suit, and she left. And I guess, like, she came back. She didn't even, like, she knew that happened, obviously, but she wasn't on stage for it. So she came back and she goes, the vibe in here is really different. Did something happen? I thought it was pretty funny. But I don't know, dude, like, because what precedent does this set now? That you can just walk up, hit somebody, like it's assault and battery, and then nothing happens to you.
That's because he's rich.
Right, but okay, so like, let's say you're a stand-up comedian, right? Because the world saw this, right? The world saw this.
Yeah.
So let's say you're a stand-up comedian, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna stick to my guns, and you go to the next comedy show, and you
Ari Shaffir,
and you literally Ari Shaffir. He's a perfect example. He doesn't give a single shit, right? Well, I don't think he's a good example just because the people who go to see his shows know what they're getting into.
Well, you saw, like, his new tour or whatever, right? Immediately the day after the Oscars.
Oh, that's not what his tour is actually called.
Oh, okay.
He has a history of doing that. Yeah, I put it on my story.
Because I was scrolling
doing...
through Instagram and I saw Ari Shaffir and it was like, I'm fucking a bald-headed failure. And I was like, no.
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
And he had a whole long post about it, about how, is your wife cheating on you and you're a simp? Come feel better. Is your son an alien? Come watch my show so you can feel better about yourself. Just talking shit. And I was like, if, let's say, roles reversed and it's Ari Shaffir that got hit in that situation, that would have been an entirely different... Because, yeah, Ari Shaffir is just a skinny Jewish dude.
Nobody would have cared.
Everybody would have been like, oh, Will Smith smacked Ari Shaffir.
White dude.
Ari would have just been like, it's all out now.
Yeah.
And then it would have just turned into a fucking roast of Will Smith for the next 5 minutes.
That is what I can't wait for, is Chris Rock's next stand-up special. Because he's going to go off about this for about 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you... See, I'm going to send it to your Instagram, but see if you can pull this up. Let me see.
No.
Fuck you.
Here, put the volume on so that you do like play this.
Flagrant. So there's a podcast that I like.
And his wife are
called
both
fucking-
nominated.
Yeah,
Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
So, yeah. She's pissed. He think it's funny.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
No, she looked at it. She didn't say shit.
Wow.
She looked at the guy. That's all it took, was for her to look at
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
And
It was a
like, oh,
G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my
Because
wife's
everyone thought it was a bit,
name
right?
out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
That's a meme now. That little soundbite right there, I'm going to work that into the intro for the podcast for like the next month. That's a meme right there.
Greatest night in the history of television.
Well, because I think about it, like, so Chris Rock is one of like him and like Chappelle and then like Carlin, maybe, if you want to go really far back, like Pryor, like the greatest stand-ups to exist.
Yeah.
His brain must have just loaded up like 10 different jokes about Will Smith being a cuck, Jada cheating.
Oh,
you know, he must have just loaded up 10 to 15 different jokes. But he put all of that aside and just took it like a man. Took it like an absolute fucking champ. And I don't know. I just... Because let's say he went up there, I'm trying to think of like a non-threatening, but like a super like... okay, Jeffrey Ross. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
The dude does all the roast and shit. What if he went up there, hit Jeff Ross? Jeff Ross would have just went off on him.
Oh, dude, Jeff Ross would have just been like, all right,
yeah,
it's time.
He just
I've been holding back on a lot of these jokes because I'm about to get everybody in this building.
Yeah, so, or like, do you think, like, I think it's all a matter of, like, who we, like, possibly would have done that to and have, like, no remorse about, right? Because, again, Chris Rock, yeah, right here. I think this is fucking hilarious. This is from the Flagrant 2 podcast, and what happened?
I just unpaused what I was doing my password stuff.
Oh, okay, you're good. Press the audio button at the bottom.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Will Smith only wants some credit for some shit he's supposed to do. I protect my family. You're supposed to, you dumb motherfucker. Be my folk, man. I hate Will Smith.
Well, because have you seen the original Chris Rock bit where I'm not going to say the N-word into a microphone, but he's talking about between two different kinds of N-words. No.
Get demonetized.
But I already am. Oh, my God. No. Okay. I can finally bring this up to you. Okay. So, no, I got my shit taken off of YouTube. Did you see that? Did I tell you about that?
I know you were pissing and moaning about it, but...
Yeah, did we talk about that? Okay, so we can't fucking pull up the video because YouTube doesn't like it. But we talked about the first episode that we did in the studio. I had my buddy in, and we were talking about vaccines. And we've been talking about vaccines. Like, we've mentioned it, talked about it. I've made little clips about it, about like vaccine passports and like totalitarianism and like all this stuff, right? And we did that 4.5 hour thing, and none of that got fucking taken down.
Dude, I don't know how. Holy shit.
I don't remember half of it. I gotta be honest.
No, hard facts.
And I refuse to watch it. But that's the point.
Same.
So, but we bring up, I think what did it is that we brought up Robert Malone. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, I'll just show you my phone because, again, if we fucking bring it up on here. So Robert Malone is this doctor. He came out and he was talking shit about vaccines, and then he went on Rogan and he said that what's going on right now with the citizens of the United States is that they, like, the citizens of the United States are under a mass psychosis, like psyop, pretty much, and that like the government has brainwashed the majority of citizens, obviously in the entirety of like the left, like whoever identifies with the left, but has completely brainwashed the citizens to believe that like we need to take vaccines, we need the government, we need all these things. And his claim to fame and his like credentials is that he created the majority. I think that's like the safest way to say it, because he says one thing, but then there's like a bunch of people that say other things, and it's hard to tell who's right anymore.
Yeah.
Right. But I think a safe thing to say is that he created most of the base technology that did our mRNA vaccines. So, I mean, I'm sure you've seen this guy's face. He's like a scientific Santa Claus. Him.
Dude, I have
Oh no.
idea
Okay.
who it
Yeah.
is.
So I'll send you. He did like a 3-hour video on Rogan, and that's what went viral. But even if you read his Wikipedia page, it says during the COVID-19 pandemic, Malone has promoted misinformation about the safety and efficacy of COVID-19 vaccines, and that's what they're labeling him as, is like the dude that is against the COVID vaccines. Actually, if you want to please the algorithm, could you look up open letter against Robert Malone? Because apparently I haven't been able to find it. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. But there was an open letter that was signed by like a bunch of different like nurses and like physicians and actually like PhD doctors and all this shit that were like co-signing this thing that was saying Robert Malone's a fucking idiot and he should be talking shit about vaccines. No, that's not it. No, that's just Rolling Stone taking a shit on Rogan. 270 health experts write an open letter to Spotify. Yeah, perfect. Because I don't know how real this shit is. Because I've been able to find people talking about it.
But you can't find the letter.
But I can't find the actual open document.
There's a lot of that.
Right here. Found it. Took me 30 seconds.
Can you zoom in?
You're welcome. You want to read the whole thing? Oh, that's just all the doctors. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 270 of them.
Don't ask what happened. Don't ask what happened. I don't know. Okay.
I think it's starting to get to the point where we need a fan in the in this place. Oh my god, I'm getting hot.
It's right
What?
above you. There is a fan
Huh?
above your head.
Huh?
Mixing.
Oh, mixing. I don't know. Who cares? My bed is over there.
You're like 155 pounds.
I'm still at 200 like a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, dude, losing all that weight.
Dude, I imagine you felt like fucking hell the entire time.
Not the entire time. Okay, well, let's cover this first, and then I'll talk to you about that. So
Sorry, real quick. Look above you.
yeah,
There's a
but that
fan.
one makes noise.
Fans make noise because guess what they do?
They fan.
They fan.
They
They
fan.
move air.
Read the letter.
Okay, so scroll down a little bit. It's not the letter yet. Oh wait, is that the actual?
Yes. This is,
Okay,
'cause look at the
so
next line is
so
really
this is a open letter that people wrote to Spotify regarding Malone being on Rogan. So on December 31st, 2021, the Joe Rogan Experience, a Spotify exclusive podcast, uploaded a highly controversial episode featuring guest Dr. Robert Malone. The episode has been criticized for promoting baseless conspiracy theories, and the JRE has a concerning history of broadcasting misinformation, particularly regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. By allowing the propagation of false and societally harmful assertions, Spotify is enabling its hosting media to damage the public trust in trust in scientific research and sow doubt in the credibility of data-driven guidance offered by medical professionals. The episode is not only the transgression to occur on the Spotify. I can't fucking speak. Is not the only transgression to occur on the Spotify platform, but a relevant example of the platform's failure to mitigate and damage it's causing. Scroll down. This is fucking okay. They're mad that there's 11 million viewers an episode. Scroll down. Is there anything meaty about this, or are they just complaining?
Can I tell you how much it upsets me when they talk about like misinformation and like, oh, this is clearly data driven. So you know Vet TV, right, with Donnie O'Malley?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the episodes involving Let's Talk About the War?
The first one,
the hate animal or whatever.
Yeah, the first one I have, the one that's free, because I told you about that.
Yeah. So I watched like the next couple. The next one after that is the brass, and then it's coin, which is just counterinsurgency. But they talk about the brass, and they mention that like starting from your NCOs and your privates and your corporals and everybody that's on the developing battlefield as it appears goes and tells their first lieutenant. Then their lieutenant's like,
yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But then they go and tell, their captain. Then the captain's like, hey, that doesn't work for us, but I'm going to go tell the next level up, either their major or their colonel or whoever, oh, this is going great. But like, here's this little bit, or here's this little bit. And then that level goes up.
They're just not painting the full picture of what's wrong.
Then that level goes up to battalion. You're like, yeah, everything's going great. Here's like the one spotty thing. They're like, fix that. But they missed a laundry list of shit.
Well, because they're trying to save their own careers.
And that's what like I get at when it comes to just like overall, especially in the wake of everything that we see today, as far as like cover-ups and all the super fun stuff that makes
close the damn door if you're gonna turn on the microwave. God. We're almost 50 episodes deep.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
Come on, man. Anyway, you're saying.
But like, it brings up a good point when we're talking about this, where everybody's complaining about misinformation and all of this, because at least in my point of view, as little as it may seem to the rest of the world, science is supposed to be like a unanimous kind of thing. We all agree on like one point.
Well, even more so than
like
that.
with our data, it all has to come to one general conclusion. And if somebody has some sort of information that says otherwise, it needs to be investigated as to why.
Exactly. So even more than that, you kind of hit the nail on the head at the end part. It's supposed to be peer reviewed. But the problem now is that the peers that are reviewing may or may not be corrupt. So that's the problem. And I think, honestly, I think it's just kind of like ironically coincidental that Rogan went under fire for all this, because the dude's done, by the time this came out, so like over 1,700 episodes, right? So when you mix that controversy with the one where like the hypercut was out of him saying the N-word, right? So like if you look at both of these instances, before COVID happened and became this political chess piece, honestly, much like 9/11, right? Nobody cared what he had to say on his podcast. Nobody cared. It only mattered when he started, like, when he was still, I mean, he had a TV series on Sci-Fi called Joe Rogan Questions Everything. And they did an episode on Bigfoot.
Dude.
Like, you know what you're getting into.
That episode was grade A material,
and when
right?
they dug deep to find that bit of him yelling at that lady
Oh,
on the telephone, like, no, you're fucking an idiot.
Can you find that again so we can show him? So, but my point is like, he's the dude who hosted Fear Factor. Like, and he notoriously says over and over again, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a whatever, I'm just a dude that's asking questions to actual scientists. And whatever they say, that's them saying it. That's not me saying it. I'm just asking questions. So nobody cared for like the last like 1,000 episodes that he's doing, whether it's spreading conspiracy theories, because he's known for being a psychedelic like entrepreneur, I guess. I don't know how the hell you put that, but he takes a lot of drugs. He talks about conspiracy theories. He talks about aliens, and he's friends with Alex Jones, and they do all this stuff. But like the moment it's COVID-19, like they've had viral episodes about 9/11, flat earthers, why all drugs should be legal, like any controversial thing that
you want to talk about a character arc? Speaking of flat Earth,
oh no,
there's some dude on YouTube. I can't remember like the name of the channel, but it's him talking about how we've been lied to that the Earth is a circle. Then like the next like video is him going, I have some questions about my newfound like faith. And then he keeps going on and he's like, the flat earthers have been lying to me. This is how it's supposed to be. And you're just like, what happened? I want that dude to attach a GoPro to himself and just go through everything. I want to see from start to finish this character arc because it sounds so much better than any other movie that's being put out right now.
So yeah, back it up like 30 seconds. Because that's when like we paused it and we were done with it.
No, I think this is just the clip.
Okay, play it.
Yeah, I'm a primatologist. There's no such thing as a Bondo 8.
You're a fucking idiot. Go online and look it up. You're a what? What do you do? It's a new discovery. You're a primatologist? Well, look it up. You're not current. Pay attention. Go online and look it up.
Yeah, this is student.
Yeah, you've learned some shit from college. When did you graduate?
I have a PhD from
When
2000.
did you graduate? When?
From 2000.
Yeah, when was the last time you got online and researched primates? Have you ever looked at any of the new discoveries? Have you looked at any of Carl Amon's work?
Yeah, I've been.
What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I'll tell you why you're laughing, because you don't have a point. So you're trying to, oh, you're ridiculous. I have a PhD. Meanwhile, there's all sorts of photographs of this primate, this gigantic chimpanzee. Not only that, it's on National Geographic, stupid. NationalGeographic.com. CNN.com, stupid. No. There was bones, there's tissue samples, there's hair, there's feet.
It goes on and on. He just rips in his poor fucking lady.
Well, because it's like, what's great about this is like, you can look at it like, oh, well, maybe he thinks he knows what he's talking about, and he's trying to put his woman in her place. Okay. Well, maybe he's a stand-up comedian, and he's fucking with some doctor who hasn't had a sense of humor since 1995. Like,
I think he was just high as fuck.
I think he was too.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
That's phenomenal.
But anyway, so moving away from this, I didn't feel like shit the whole time. When I was cutting weight. But I can confidently say from like January until the competition, yeah, it was pretty bad. Because I started out January 1st at I think, what's up? I'm not going to read the rest of that shit, dude.
Oh, God.
Moral of the story, these doctors are mad and the shit's not fucking pulled off. So who gives a fuck? What? What am I looking at?
What I was talking about with the flat earther dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great. Can I just send this? Is this your Instagram? Okay, I'm gonna send it to Joey so you can pull it up. All right, it's sent to Joey. Okay. But yeah, because on January, I started out with like 1,800 calories a day, and then specifically, it was 45%. Carbs and protein and 10% fat, and the macros stayed that way. But then it went from that, and then like in February, the third week of January, it dropped down to 1,600. Halfway through February, it dropped down to 1,400. And then, because the competition was on March 19th. So March 1st, it dropped down to 13. And then the last 10 days, I did 1,100. And, yeah,
that's like one meal.
Yeah. No, well, because, like, so when I got down to 1,100, my routine, like, literally every day, my workouts pretty much stayed the same in the last 3 months of it. But if you want to look at like, the last 10 days, my routine was I wake up at like...
Grab your brush, put a little makeup.
Yeah. I wake up at like 5 a.m. And then I get ready with her, right? She goes to work. I go to the gym. I do my 40 minutes to an hour of cardio. Come back and eat a cucumber. And then maybe eat like 2 rice cakes just so I can like have something in my system to help digest my vitamins. Go to work. And then at 11:30, eat. This is the end of it. So 11:30, I would eat broccoli, like 250 grams of broccoli with some sriracha. go through the rest of my day, work out in the afternoon for about another hour and a half of like weights. And then for dinner, it was like a full carton of like, it was like little milk cartons kind of. A carton.
So not a full carton, but like a lunchroom special.
Well, no, so it's like, like those little like, have you been to Costco and have those little like carton egg whites? You ever seen those? So I have a carton and a half of egg whites, 1 to 3, I think, or maybe, how many? It's like 1 to 3 whole eggs, I forget. And then 100 grams of onions and 100 grams of tomatoes. And then after my workout, I would have 2 grams of, or 2 scoops of protein so I could get something going. And then I had a fiber supplement 2 times a day just so I could keep my digestive tract like lubed up,
Lubed up?
Yeah. Because, dude, my shits were dry. Let me tell you what.
Well, yeah, because we would get Snapchats of 30-minute shit saying this is diabolical, and you're just beat red on the toilet.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like how beat red you were in those snaps compared to you at your competition looking like a whole-ass Cheeto.
Yeah.
I was like...
Yeah. So then I would eat that. But then what was hilarious to me was the night before, right? My buddy who coached me, he was like, okay. It is time to start carving up. And I was like, what? I've been like actively avoiding carbs for the past fucking...
What, do you have baby Arnold in your corner?
Yeah, pretty much. So like the night before I had like 7 rice cakes and like a bunch of Oreos. And I'm not even making this up. Like a bunch of Oreos and some peanut butter, right? And then the day of the competition, I had more rice cakes. I had some Reese's peanut butter cups. And then as I was going on stage the first time, he handed me a bag of peanut M&Ms. And he goes, eat half of this and then walk on. And I did. And I walked off. Hands me a bag of Sour Patch Kids. He goes, eat this.
Well, have you ever seen, it was kind of like a very like crude comparison to like how female actors prepare for roles, and then like they compared like Gal Gadot, Scarlett Johansson, and a couple other like female actors like preparing for like these big action roles, and like the type of workouts that they go through. Then they compared like the male actors.
Oh yeah.
Where they're like,
and I had no water. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had like next to no water
getting,
that
like,
day.
Ape shit fuck jack, but then they're like coming up to the scene or like these action scenes where they're supposed to be shirtless and just vascular as hell. They're dehydrated.
Yep.
They've had nothing to eat except like half a salad going into this, just so they can just be
so the way
masterpieces.
So the way my coach is describing it to me is that it depends like where you're at as you're about to do the thing, right? So for me, because like my body composition is super like I have a smaller frame, but I had vascularity and I had striations and I had definition. I just needed to puff up a bit. So that's why I had carbs. I had simple sugars and really small fats. So I could get to that point so my veins could go up, right? And obviously we brought like an elastic band so I could do like shoulder raises and curls and like I did a shit ton of push-ups to look like that. But then I needed energy. I didn't need my muscles to look full, so I didn't drink any water, right? But if you're looking flat, you need to do like about 3/4 of that and then drink water. Because you know this because you're fucking medical and shit. You need water to fill the muscle. But then like
you just need water.
But like
in general,
yeah,
it's a pretty like.
But like with your
pretty basic.
But with your Marvel actors, right? But with your Marvel actors,
and yet you don't drink it.
I drink water. What do you think this solo cup filled of wine started as? Grapes and water.
So like with your Marvel actors that are on every steroid under the planet, who have a literal team of scientists fucking making their stack, you are, again, this is not a classy joint. We are in a bail bonds office. But so for all those dudes who are like super roided up, they don't need water. They need the exact opposite. But funny thing, I remember reading an interview with Jason Momoa where apparently for Justice League, when they did his shirtless scene, He went dehydrated and he's like, fuck it, and he slammed a Guinness, and I guess his fucking veins just fucking popped. And then Snyder was like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Have another one. And he had like...
Dude, like, I remember reading something saying, like, Hugh Jackman, before a lot of the shit that he did for X-Men, or, like, the Wolverine movies.
Yeah.
They said they would shoot as long as they could until, like, he just couldn't stand up anymore. And then they'd have him sit back and, like, drinking water, and then, like, on-set medics would give him an IV. I don't know how true it is.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, dude, him in Days of Future Past... Like the scene where he wakes up in the random girl's room, and he gets shot like crazy.
About,
Like, can you pull that up? How Days of Future Past Wolverine, where he's like ridiculously shredded, and again on every steroid under the sun. I don't know. I just fuck that. That's the goal. To get rich enough to look like that.
See, I've given up on that. Dude, at this fucking point, abs are out the fucking window, man. I just want to be able to run without wanting to fucking off myself.
Yeah, insane. Insane. You know the UFC fighter, Patty? He's the Irish dude.
Mm-hmm.
You see that interview where he's eating pizza at the fucking table, and they're like, "Patty, don't you like having abs? Aren't you like proud of your body?" He goes, "Yeah, I get like this for the fight, but me now, fuck abs. I want to be happy."
So, do you know who the comedian Dan Cummins is?
Yeah, you showed me him.
Yeah. So one of his stand-ups, it's like something bear, like Big Bear, some shit like that. And watching him from like the start of his career, where he's just some skinny dude that goes on, and then now he's just like this
big fat guy.
No, he's not a big fat dude, but he just looks like a blue collar dad, like for the most part. Like
so he's Jeff Foxworthy.
No,
he's
a little bit bigger, a lot bigger than Jeff Fox, because he's got his gut and he's got his big ass fucking arms and shit, and he's just standing there and he's like, yeah, you know, a lot of people tell me I should probably slim down and shit. He goes, but I like steaks and milkshakes too much. So I'm going to keep that up. I'm going to be fat and happy. And then I'm going to still go to the gym and just make sure the rest of me kind of looks proportionate.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you have a lot going on, but when you get out of fucking P school, become a powerlifter.
No.
I can get you steroids.
I don't want steroids.
Why not?
Because
it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, literally, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because I don't want back knee.
Just cream for that.
But, bro, I'm a single dude with a fucking mixed breed pit bull. Who's going to rub that shit on my back? I'm not going to get Joey to do it.
You didn't ask.
He's been hanging out with his girlfriend too much. David, maybe. But that's just going to further... that's just going to further confirm for his family that we're probably dating. That we're gay. I ain't doing it. What? I'm gonna smear it on a door frame and rub my back on it like a bear trying to scratch?
Yeah,
Nah.
fuck it. I don't know. I think deadlifting like 700 pounds would be fun. It's a good look for you,
bro. Okay, so
go to Legion Iron for 3 months and just ask someone, "How do I deadlift heavy?"
So
yes,
like the max I ever got on a deadlift was like 405, and then I was like, I'm happy with that. I don't care. And then what?
Just continue.
So then I went back, like, before paramedic school, when I went back to kind of, like, trying to lift again. I threw 385, and I stood up with it, and then I just felt like my left shoulder drop.
Oh, shit.
And I felt like a tear. And I was like, that's probably nothing. So I did 2 more reps, and then, like, the pain was excruciating. I didn't, like, tear my lat completely. I didn't like fuck myself up.
Because that would like require surgery and shit.
Well,
good lord.
Yeah, but like I couldn't do pull-ups. I couldn't really do like anything else that required like an actual like pulling motion.
And how long ago was this?
Like 8 months ago. And it fucking hurt because then I'd go to work and I'd be like pulling a gurney to pick it up into the ambulance and like tears. Just
because I remember the most that I pulled was 465. And that felt like meeting God. I almost passed out. That was meeting God. But I didn't pull anything, thank God. I don't know what was in the water over there when I was on my, let's call it extended vacation. Yeah, I was on my extended vacation overseas. But yeah, that was the most, I don't think I'm going to come close to pulling that anytime soon. Because again, I feel like a Holocaust victim. Like, dude, like, I was losing so much weight that, like, so I've had to go, we can definitely talk about this. So I've had to go to the doctor to get my blood drawn fucking left and right for the past, like, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And,
because you're deficient.
Well, yeah. And, so I was getting my blood drawn and, I started doing it in January, but like when I really started like losing weight, like my track marks were coming back. Yeah, like because like these would heal, but then as it like
I was like, you were never on heroin?
No, well not but yeah, so like some of the marks started coming back, but what was surprising about the whole like competition, the cutting thing, because I don't understand like body chemistry or like your endocrine system or like testosterone or anything like that. I don't fucking understand it. But apparently, I didn't know.
I do.
Well, see,
it is burned into my fucking skull.
So I didn't know this, but apparently, high testosterone helps you cut weight. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So it came as a major surprise to, because I was talking to Garrett about it, that I've been able to cut all this weight with almost a ninth of the testosterone that the average male is supposed to have. Yeah, I haven't really talked about this a whole lot. So I went to the doctor, and I'm going to say this and take a piss. So while I'm gone, if you could look up what testosterone levels a male should have. I've just been too scared to actually look it up.
I told you what they were.
Yeah, but I don't believe you. So my testosterone levels are at 158.
Comparative.
Yeah, exactly. Comparative to whatever this should be. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Just keep it rolling. Oh, I gotta pee.
I think the average is like 400 to 900.
It's 350 or something. Well, here.
240 to 950.
Greater than 19, 240 to 9. Yeah, 950. So.
I mean, for a young adult male. Like
Yeah, that's
but that's greater than 19.
So, yeah, young adults, fucking 300 to 950.
How's that whiskey?
300 is the
It was good.
Good.
One glass was definitely enough to maintain a buzz.
That first drink, though. Spicy.
Yeah, like the first drink is like spicy as hell because you're like
so spicy.
You're like, yeah.
Then like after that, it just starts to like smoothing out.
Which is kind of like, all right, whiskey.
Dude, there was one that my cousin used to have, and it came in like a globe, and it had like its whole like decanter, the whole nine, and he would like come over and he would pour me half a shot, and he'd be like, "Taste that," and I was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "No." He's like, "It's a sipping whiskey, but I swear to God, if you shoot it, I'm gonna reach across the goddamn counter and punch you in the mouth." It was like seeing God for the first time. You're like, oh my God.
Holy shit.
Whew. This is so good.
Like right now at my work, we have a $2,000 whiskey, and I'm like, I wonder how good it actually is. Right. It's a Johnny Walker, like Kings and Sons edition.
I don't like Johnny Walker.
I'm like $2,300.
Is it still rolling?
Yeah, we didn't change shit.
Okay, cool. I just thought microphones off or headphones off. So what am I supposed to be at?
240 to 950.
But for young adults, 300 to 950.
I needed carbs.
So let's go 300 to 950 for very young adults. 300 minimum.
Okay, so I would like to be at like 900. That seems to be the consensus amongst like my friends that like know what they're talking about, and I mean yourself included. So yeah, I'm at 158, and after they screened me, and I mean they asked me every question under the sun, everything from like, are you are you an opioid user? Have you ever done serious drugs?
Nothing.
Oh, are you an opioid user? Have you ever done serious drugs? Have you ever been on steroids? like everything, like anything that could have like related to it. And I was like, no. Like, and especially at this point, 'cause I was in my prep. I was like, yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't fucking do anything. It's like, what's going on? And it's funny, they actually tested me, and the first test I got, my test levels were at 172, and then 2 weeks later, I had to get retested to make sure, and they're at 158. So now, when I got on the phone or on the meeting with the endocrinologist, she was like, okay, well, it could be one of two problems. The first reason could be like a thyroid thing, right? Or like, yeah, I don't know, something with the thyroid. I don't know. What does your thyroid do?
So your thyroid is mainly like metabolism and growth and all that fun stuff.
Okay. So maybe the thyroid. But
thyroid has to do with like metabolism. Like if you have an increased appetite, but you're like gaining weight, or if like you have no appetite, gaining weight, or like no appetite, weight gain, high appetite, weight loss. That's like mainly like thyroid, and like those are like the extreme conditions, but it's typically somewhere around that. It's mainly metabolism.
Okay, so that does make sense. So then, the other reason why I may or may not have, or why I do have fucking low test,
Because you're ugly.
That's facts. You know, honestly, so as a medical professional, I concur.
Don't agree with that. Don't laugh at that. But the other reason could be that I have a growth or tumor, depending on your phrasing apparently, because you used both in the same sentence. I kind of made me a little nervous. So I might have a growth or tumor in the pituitary gland in my brain that is either partially blocking or completely hindering testosterone growth. So as quirky as it may be, I may or may not have a brain tumor. And let me tell you, if I do have a brain tumor,
that explains a lot.
Well, this is like
the math is adding up now.
No. So not only is it like the most passive-aggressive brain tumor I've ever had, because it just makes me really tired and I can't get muscle, but they also told me...
What other tumors have you had?
Ball cancer.
I had one on my face when I was little.
That's not.
That's a skin tag, you dipshit.
Oh, well, they called it a tumor.
Did they say you had melanoma?
No, but
then no.
It runs in the family. Anyway,
skin tags.
Being ugly.
Yeah. Same thing.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
But like, they did my. I don't know what the difference is. But they did my like free testosterone count or whatever, and they're apparently my free testosterone count was so low that it more than likely equated to having a low red blood cell count. And because my red blood cells are so low, my brain is getting less oxygen than it should. So therefore, there is a reason why I'm so stupid. And a reason why I'm so slow, it might take a little bit for that like Apple spin wheel to fucking load, is because I don't get enough oxygen.
Have you tried breathing? More?
Do it with me.
Yeah, so that's
it's like SpongeBob. You just got to reduce yourself to fine dining and breathing. Fine dining.
Oh yeah, pinky up
and breathing. That's all you need. If anybody asks your name, just look at them and refer to your girl over there.
I was on the phone with him, and I think it's hilarious because now I'm on TRT, right? Like I have to be now, but they're not giving me fucking anything. It's like 200 milligrams a month, which is nothing. But what I think is kind of funny is that God, even as a kid, right? I've been like terrified of needles, but not only did God make me terrified of needles, He gave me conditions in which I have to get injected with something for the rest of my life.
Meh. Needles aren't that bad.
They suck.
Dude, okay. So, like...
listen. All right, listen. Okay, I got my... okay, so no, the first time I got a testosterone injection. I did it myself and I almost passed out because I was like freaked out with what was going on. Apparently, my body just passed the fuck out. But the second time I got it done, the nurse did it, and either I put that needle in so slow that I didn't feel it, or I did it wrong. But the nurse, when she fucking got that needle in, dude, and it went through like 2 layers of muscle, oh, I felt that shit. You ever had an intramuscular injection? I'll take that as a no. No, he has not.
Yes, I have.
It hurts.
That's part of our schooling. We have to IM inject each other.
Oh.
Any person that gets a shot in their arm is an IM injection. Dipshit.
See, I've gotten shots in my arm and it did not feel like that.
Because it's your arm.
Yeah, eat that bread and shut up with your cottonmouth head ass.
I'm just saying, like, that shit hurt.
Yeah, it's not like
most... It didn't hurt. It was like...
Okay, when...
Uncomfortable?
Have you ever gotten a peanut butter shot?
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. No, literally, no, I know. I know you're going with this, and we can't talk about it, but I haven't. I never got it. Yeah, I never got it. No one in that vicinity and time frame ever got it. We didn't get it. I know. I don't get it.
Bro,
either.
I had to walk through a fucking...
Yep.
Oh, my God. I had to walk through a goddamn trail of guys stabbing me in the arm.
No.
With 17 different vaccines that I didn't even know the name of. And then some old Mexican lady was like, pull down your pants.
But now all
and
of a
I
sudden
had...
we care about COVID.
But yeah, no, never got it.
This is where we take a stand, guys. Not in the line of shots they were going to give us, but this specific one.
With COVID.
But yeah, no, never got one.
Dude, like my only thing with like the COVID shot was just the rushed aspect of everything. Like I understand mRNA. Trust me, I knew exactly how all of these were going to work. I had like a very good understanding. And then like at the end of it, I was just like...
Well, my whole thing was like I understood why it came out so fast. Like I understand how, at least as much as I could read into it, how it came out so quickly. Where I became hesitant about it was the fact that it was too obvious that the pharmaceutical companies were finding a way to make their dollar at the expense of everybody else. And then when you see athletes that are dropping left and right that got the vaccine.
So I'm not 100% on that.
You don't think
hold on, no.
Moderna wants to make money?
It's Pfizer, one.
Well, both of them.
Two, I know they want to make money. But I'm talking about like the videos and everything that came out. Here's why I'm not 100% sold on that. Because some of the videos I looked at, there were people in the stands unmasked. Just timing of everything, the only reason I do not like, I'm not 100% sold on that. I'm not saying I don't believe it. But why I'm not sold on that is just because of the timing that was of everything else that was going on in the country. I can hear you chewing. But at the timing of everything else going on, it just seemed off as far as like time goes.
But why do masks matter?
Because
you said because I don't believe it. You heard that right?
Yeah.
You don't believe what you were seeing because people in the stands weren't wearing masks.
So
and that's the first time people weren't wearing masks where they were supposed to?
Shut up. This is going to be a massive fucking rabbit hole for no reason. All right. So, CDC recently, in discussion with Pfizer, it's been like a lot about a mortality rate. A lot of like, because Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, we don't give a shit about anything anymore for whatever fucking reason. But the only reason, like, as far as like time wise doesn't add up to me is because a lot of sporting like venues were very strict about that. Because I remember like at least working for one of the agencies that I do, we do sporting events, and we help them for the local college. I didn't wear a mask sitting inside of like the first aid venue, but they would have like campus security and all venue security and everybody like tearing your shit apart because you weren't wearing a mask. It didn't die down until like later on, like at the start of everything, it was a very like common occurrence, and even a lot of shit was shut down. So when it started reopening, like the masks were a very popular thing. So the reason why I say is because a lot of these athletes were forced, like at the beginning, you saw all the shit that happened with the NFL when it came to when it came to players and like the recent what's controversy with like Aaron Rodgers lying about his vaccination status
because he listened to Dr. Rogan, as he put it.
But like a lot of these players were forced to, and I followed it like pretty closely just because I was concerned with as far as these guys that are constantly just.
Well, look up professional soccer players dropping on the field. Like, I've seen videos of that shit happening.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's soccer players.
Yeah, that's just
a
regular.
You mean
they do that for a living?
Yeah, you mean the athletes that run up and down a field as their job? Yeah. At least football players get
flopping
is
part
break.
of their job.
They get a break.
Fall for a living.
They fall for what?
He kicked me. Foul him.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
They get taken out on a backboard for a fucking shin injury. The shin. They get taken out for shit like that.
Did you see the guy in the NBA that faked an elbow to the head and he got ejected from the game?
Yes, I did. But like I said, the only reason that I'm not 100% sold on it, I'm like 98% of the way there, because I know there's, as far as when it comes to rush medications and shit, there's a lot of side effects and a lot of things that haven't had time to be investigated. I don't know when those videos were taken, so I can't be.
Okay, but who is this? What website is this?
Mr. Herald.
NZHerald dot what?
.co.nz.
Okay, so what the fuck is
the
that?
New Zealand Herald.
So, well, I just remember watching videos of, again, professional soccer players and then basketball players that were forced to get the vaccines and they were dropping left and right. So that just made me a little hesitant. Just saying, why are these people? And then also, I'm getting firsthand accounts of, how do I put this? Like my friends that have been in the Army, that have been in the Army, and there were dudes over at Fort Bragg in the 82nd that were dropping from heart arrhythmias, pulmonary embolisms, and that were having heart attacks actually weeks after getting the vaccine. And this is everybody from like the standard like infantry dude to like dive team people. What the fuck they're called?
There's a lot that goes into that. There's
Like-
a lot more that goes into that. So,
But the point is that these are people who have been in peak condition. Like, so like the dive team or like the special forces dudes.
So the
And
the
they
pulmonary embolism, the PE thing.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do with clots.
Yeah.
We'll put that to the side as like a huge possibility, right? When it comes down to like the topic as far as like heart arrhythmias and a lot of shit like cardiac wise.
Oh, and another big problem. Sorry to cut you off, but another big problem was that he had a buddy where he and his wife were gonna have. I'm leaving names out of this on purpose, but like he and his wife were gonna have a kid. So he got his sperm count tested, and he was ready to go. Like he was completely nothing abnormal.
Are you talking about female sterility?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Male, actually. So he got his sperm count checked, and he was all good to go. But then the craziness popped up in Yemen, and he was one of the people that went. And they stayed there for like way too long, and then he came back. And then, by the time he got back, the COVID pandemic had kicked off, and everything was going crazy. And then he was forced to get the vaccine. But then when everything started to quiet down, they're like, "Fuck it, let's have a kid." Trying, couldn't have a kid. Went and got his sperm count tested, and he was and again, to put it as close to verbatim as humanly possible, at close to zero as you could get.
So as far as the sterility thing, yeah, no, I'm on board with that. I get that. That one, I got that.
And we've talked about, you and I, about how the female reproductive system gets fucked up with the COVID vaccine. Sometimes. So can you find anything legitimate on that?
So I've seen a lot of shit like regarding like the reproduction and specifically like female reproductive systems that get hit pretty goddamn hard in regards to taking the vaccine. The only name that I've seen attributed to that is Pfizer. I haven't seen shit with Moderna. I'm not saying they're not up to sketchy shit, But I'm just saying I haven't seen that name.
And didn't Johnson & Johnson cause like blood clots in women or some shit?
I don't know enough to say anything, so I'm not going to.
I thought I read something about that.
But I know a lot of the shit that's coming up with like the CDC or to the CDC has to do with Pfizer. And it's been very recent.
Yeah.
I've seen it like pop up front, left, and center about how like Pfizer's been under fire because they fudge numbers. And it goes back to like what I was saying about the brass and all of that shit, like the higher ups, where I talk about like, or where I said science to me needs to be almost unanimous. And if there's even like a slightly to the left, a slightly to the left opinion, it needs to be investigated one way or the other, instead of just saying, no, our numbers say this. So in regards to all of this shit, I have no doubt that it's causing effects.
Yeah.
Some way or another.
So
that's just the virus. That's not the vaccine.
Oh, okay. Fuck it.
Which is kind of the same thing.
Because I remember reading a New York study about 250 pregnant women that received the, or it was 250 pregnant women.
Can you get a beer as well, please? Thank you.
I heard that.
Pregnant women?
It was pregnant women that had COVID. And this is no vaccine, none of that shit. And they were talking about like birth defects and...
Please? I said please.
And they were talking about like the immunity that gets passed on to the kids, X, Y, and Z, and all of that, or any complications that come along with pregnancy.
Do you want water?
I'm good right
He's
now.
got some in his cup.
Yeah.
Drink it.
I proactively...
No, please don't. Oh, God, please don't.
I proactively addressed the rumor of my patients of reproductive age who have not been vaccinated, said Morris.
Wait.
Treats pregnant women and delivers babies as part of a practice. There is no plausible reason, no medical or scientific mechanism for the vaccine to interact with a woman's reproductive organs or have any interaction with the egg that has been released or fertilized.
I hear what you're
From a
saying,
doctor.
and that's important. Doctors have gone to school. But
here's my 2 cents.
I thought for some reason you were spitting into that. That's why I said drink it. Because I thought that was dip spit. And then you drank it. And I thought he drank
I can tell the difference between a bottle and a solo cup.
I haven't noticed you spitting into the bottle. I thought you were spitting into
I've been
that.
looking you dead in the eyes this entire time for like, what, an hour now?
But funny thing, I don't want to go on about COVID. It's depressing. But so you bring up slightly to the left, and this is actually a really good segue into why we're in a bail bonds office. So that's one of my favorite fucking stories. I gotta be honest. Were you there for that?
No, it was Dom.
It was Dom.
It
Right.
was me and Dom that did
Right.
that.
So do you know the slightly to the left story, Joey? So me, Springer, and our buddy Dom, we were looking for apartments. And this was what, in like 2017, 2018? No, 2017. Or 16 going into 17.
So
yeah, I was
I
still
had just gotten out of the military.
I was
Dom
still in
had
college.
Came back from school. So
It was Christmas time.
It was
Christmas
like
time.
the ass end of 2016.
Going into 17, right.
Yeah.
So we're looking for apartments, and we've been hitting it pretty hard, and we were like, fuck it, we're going to go to my house. I was living at the condo where I just got kicked out of, and I was living there with my mom, and we went in there, you guys were getting something to eat, and I was using the restroom, and I hear a yell from like the kitchen area, right? I hear a yell from the kitchen, and I hear Dom go, "We're going to move everything slightly to the left." And I was like, please don't.
So I shit you not. Like, sitting in the kitchen.
Do you have a dip can?
Yeah. Oh, my Lanta. So me and Dom decide, all right, how funny would it be if we moved everything slightly to the left inside of this dude's kitchen? Just the kitchen, mind you. We didn't fuck up the entire house.
Is the paper towels over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need some.
We didn't fuck up the entire house. We didn't move shit outside of the kitchen. We literally like shifted. So here's the microwave. We literally did that. slightly to the left of
slightly
everything.
to the left.
And, you know, we're apartment hunting. Noah finishes up his massive shit, which takes an hour and a half every goddamn time. It's ridiculous. Who knows?
Yep.
And we're driving to, like, the next apartment that we're checking out.
No, we were going to the Frontier to have dinner.
Were we?
Yeah, we were literally.
Oh, yeah, that's
where
right.
we were at. We were at, like, Martin Luther King. We're at Martin Luther King and whatever the that street is going down, like University or some shit. And I get a call from my mom, and it comes through my phone. Fuck, man, my pants are all wet. Fuck, man. And so, oh my God, this went everywhere.
So anyways, Noah gets a call from his mom, and she starts yelling. And she's connected to the Bluetooth in his car, and you just hear her violently yelling. She goes, "Your friends are never allowed over here. They fucked up my apartment. They did this." And Noah mutes it and turns around to me and Dom, and we're dying. We're losing our shit. And he goes, "What the fuck did you guys do?"
Well, because I thought that they did something that I didn't see. Like, I thought they broke something. I thought they, like, wrote something on the walls. Like, we're 18 at this point, 19, right? We're stupid. Like, we didn't, like, what, piss and vinegar, right? Like, I don't know what the fuck they did. So, yeah, he's not lying. Like, she's yelling at us through the phone, and she's like, "They're never around here ever again. I don't know why you bring those idiots into my home." Like, going off on these people, right? Well, she thinks she's going off on me. But in reality, Dom and Springer are in the back. And so I remember I turned the corner and I pulled into that smoke shop. And I was like, "Mom, what did they do?" Right? Because I'm like, what the heck? Like, I'm actually concerned at this point. And I'm like, "Mom, what did they do?" And she goes, they moved everything slightly to the left." So I'm like, "Okay, Mom, we're done." And I hung up on her, and we're fucking dying in the car. Like, he moved everything. He's not even lying. So, like, she had a Keurig, right? She had a Keurig. So, like, if the corner, so remember where we had the microwave, and then it went stove, and then, like, little section? So that's what the Keurig was, right? So if the wall is here, they took the Keurig and just went like that. I'm not even kidding. And the same thing with, like, the microwave, and then, like, we had a...
Dude, I shit you not. Everything was no more than 2 inches to the left.
It was, nothing was broken, nothing, but everything that could have been moved got moved. Like, things
We moved the magnets on the fridge,
Yeah.
too.
and so she calls me back. And she goes, "Noah, why did you hang up on me?" I'm like, "'Cause you're being ridiculous, Mom. Like, what, did they break anything?" And she goes, "No, they didn't break anything. They're just touching my stuff, and I like them fucking da-da-da-da." And she started, like, going off like I'm a fucking machine gun, right? And I hung up on her, put my phone in airplane mode, and we went and had Mexican food. But so that was in 2016, okay? So flash forward all the way to 2021. That's what, like, fucking 5 years. So you flash forward 5 years, and so at this point, I am a lot more of a mature adult, kind of.
That's a fucking lie.
And
that is a goddamn lie. Don't even say that to yourself or to anybody else in this room.
And
you're still a grown-ass child.
And I'm trying to fucking repair my relationship with my mother. I'm trying to. But it's not going that well. And finally, because what happened? So it was like a trickle effect of things that led to me getting kicked out of an apartment, living in a bail bonds office. The first thing that came up was because I came back, because I had to stick around in Texas for a bit during the quarantine. Quarantine kind of got lifted, so I came back to New Mexico in July, August-ish, and I got a job at a flooring company, and which I'm happy to get, because it was a job at that point. And so I remember I was working there, and I was living at the condo, and I told my mom, I was like, "Look, like, because she wasn't living there, and she needed somebody to rent it." And I was like, "Look, I can rent it, but I can't cover a $250 HOA fee. Like, that's a shit ton. Like, I can't do that.
Dude, HOA fees are such bullshit.
No, it is.
For no fucking reason.
Like, it is bullshit.
Other than some rich white bitch named Brenda is like, hey, we need you to keep your lawn up to date. And she's like, but we don't even got a lawn.
Yeah, it's a condo.
She's like, yeah, but clip the one blade of grass sneaking through the cracks in your...
So I was like, yeah, I can't cover the HOA. That's the only thing. Is so if we can agree that I pay for the mortgage, the utilities, and everything else, even repairs, I just can't do the HOA. And she's like, yeah, sure. Like 3 months of that goes by, and she goes, no, you gotta do the HOA now. And I was like, fuck. So I went and got this bullshit job with this bullshit marketing company, and that was horrible. And oh my God, that was horrible. I felt like, we can talk about that. Okay, so you ever go to like a Walgreens or like a Smith's, and there's someone asking for donations at a booth table? You ever seen that?
No, I'm like completely aware of that job that you had.
Yeah, remember that?
And
okay.
So like, it's like the people coming up, and they're like, hey, there's children starving in Africa. And
exactly.
just for the sake of them not asking me, I'm like, I fucking hate kids. I pray to God whatever you're doing crashes within the next 6 months.
Yes, this is exactly it. Yes.
For reference, the moment he told me about his job, I spent feverishly 30 seconds looking for this bitch to send it to him. And, oh my God, I love that idea.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, do you have a moment to save the children?
I'm sorry, man. I'm running late, and I just don't have time to chat.
I understand that. I understand that. It's just that every minute another child dies unnecessarily, a child who could live a fruitful life with the help of just one small donation.
Yeah, I don't have the time.
I'm sorry. I understand that. This is all it takes. Just $1.
Have you seen this?
To save a child.
You know what?
So for those of you on
Spotify
Spotify and other streaming services, not only am I going to say thank you, but we are listening to a Key and Peele bit.
All right, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not so fast, just 5.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Dude, no, for real. Like,
so yeah, my job. But what was bullshit about it is, so the way it was broken up is, so you had at least, well, usually anyway, you had at least 2 people going out to whatever like store or convenience store or like retailer, whatever it is, asking for donations, right? So let's say. And if you're really good at it, dude, like I watched it. I watched some of these people, male and female. They dimed these random people out of like hundreds of dollars at a time. Especially if they went over to like Rio Rancho or if they went over to like Tramway and Academy. Oh, dude. Fuck. Like there was this girl, I forget her name, but she was this blonde chick. She had come in because like, oh God, the conglomerate's all fucked up too. But she had come in from a different office to help like train because like our office is a brand new one. And she came in and we were at a UPS store over on Tramway and Academy, and she got some person to donate $500. Like just willy-nilly $500, right? So let's say you fucking rolled up and you gave us $100, right? And let's say there's only one person that's accepting donations. Well, that person gets $33 out of your 100. And so now you're only working with 77, right? And that $77 gets broken into obviously paying the rent of the office the person is at, paying the owner, and then they have an HR person. At least when I was there, they had HR, they had a finance person, and then they had a recruiting person. So with rent included in the CEO, you've got 5 ways that $77 is getting broke up into, right? So let's say you've got 77. Okay, easy. We'll break it up. 5 ways getting broken up into, and then let's say, you break it up 7 ways, right? So you have $11 left. All right. So let's say that $11 collectively is what goes into the foundation. Right, into the cause.
That's why I don't donate to that
right?
shit.
That's fucked up, right? But then that's only assuming that you have one person collecting donations. I said an average you have 2. So let's say you give you $100. Well, $66 of that is going to the 2 people on the location collecting donations. Like, that's like paying their rent.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're doing. So then now you only have $33 is getting broken up those like 7 different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
It's
and so I remember going through that and thinking, I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. So I got promoted twice in that little gay ass organization. And it's like a pyramid scheme with bells and whistles, to be honest with you. I don't remember like the whole breakdown of it, but it's basically a pyramid scheme. And then what was really
quick pause. Did I ever tell you about the time I almost got sucked into a pyramid scheme?
Yes, I was there for it at Sam's Club.
This is like no, not that time. That one I was just bullshitting with the guy. But like I'm talking like a young 17-year-old me.
Oh no, do tell.
Almost got fucking reamed. All right. So this guy comes up to me and
join
he's
the
like,
army, they said.
It was the Air Force. All right. Slightly to the left.
Yeah. Sorry.
So anyway, 17 years old.
So 17 years old. Somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Hey, like, do you want to make some money?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And they were like, "All right, so I have a job offer. You just have to come in for a meeting. We'll explain everything. And then if you still want it after that, you have a job." And I was like, what do I have to do?
And so that's the first red flag of all pyramid schemes is they make you think like you have the power.
Well, and I was like, what do I have to do? And they're like, it's sales. So I was
Second red flag.
So I was like, all right, like 17-year-old me, I was like, it's sales. Like, it's not that fucking bad. Like, I can do it.
And that's how I became a Cub Scout master.
But, so I attend this meeting and they're like, yeah, so like the business we're in is like door-to-door sales. And I was like, dude, that shit's been dead since like the fucking 80s. What?
No, dude, the solar market for that's how they make their money.
Dude, so we have
Kirby's the vacuum.
Who?
The vacuum Kirby.
Yeah, vacuums.
Door-to-door sales?
Yeah.
If you can find a statistic on that, I'd appreciate it. But what the fuck?
Like, they only sell. So Kirby has the patent. I think it's Kirby vacuums. I don't remember. I think they're called Kirby's. Yeah, so Kirby has the patent. If you notice in any vacuum, on the under part that has like where it sucks stuff in, it only has one suction hole. Because Kirby has the patent on having the whole thing being a suction.
Hey, can you grab the vacuum, please?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I remember that right. Kirby has.
I'm gonna grab the vacuum. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Keep talking.
So, anyways, back into this fucking story. So yeah, they like suck me into this fucking room off of, like in the middle of downtown, like in the industrial district of everything, and they're like, "Hey, here's what we do. We do door to door. I shit you not, knife sales." And I was like, "Who the fuck is buying house knives door to door?" I was like, "This shit's been dead." And then they show me like their fucking scissors. They're like, "Look, it can cut a penny into the shape of a goose." And I was like, nobody is buying these scissors because they want to buy a penny, or they want to like pull out a penny and then cut it into the shape of a goose. They're like, it adds to the decor of the house, really brings the feng shui together. No, it's bullshit. And so,
look at the bottom. Yeah, he's bringing the whole ass vacuum on it. Okay, yeah, look at the bottom where it sucks.
So for those of you beautiful people listening on Spotify and Apple, I've brought a vacuum in the studio. All right, what am I looking for?
The suction part, where it actually sucks in stuff. There's only one hole.
Okay, but what patent am I looking for?
No, dipshit.
But is there like a label that says Kirby?
Is that a Kirby vacuum?
I don't know.
No, it's not. Did you spend $1,000 on that vacuum?
I stole this vacuum.
Does it say Kirby, dipshit, on the vacuum? I'm pretty sure it's a Bissell.
It's a Hoover.
Okay, there you go.
Just like the dam, the
But
Hoover
the point
Dam,
I'm trying to say,
who we
you
almost
see-
got arrested
Holy
at.
shit.
Remember that?
we'll talk about that story later.
Okay, so what am I looking for?
So look in the vacuum where it sucks stuff up. There's only one hole that actually sucks the stuff into the vacuum. It's probably on the left. Like you're right.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So Kirby has the patent. I'm pretty sure on that whole space being a suction.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one place where all the dirt goes through. Yeah. All like the what the fuck?
Even with the fancy vacuums, like what's the other one? Not Dyson. Is it Dyson?
Yeah, it's Dyson.
Yeah,
Dyson
Dyson.
is like
Same
the
thing.
fancy one.
Dyson has the same thing.
No way.
Yeah, that's why Dyson ups their ante with like making them like super efficient with their like whatever.
It's just got a really
motors and
big
stuff.
hole.
Yeah, but like Kirby has the patent on it actually being.
How did you find this out?
Because my mom bought a Kirby from a Kirby salesman that goes door to door. Because my grandma bought one 40 years ago, 60 years ago, because Kirby only sells door to door. That's how they started. And so my grandma's had her Kirby since fucking, what, 1940 something?
So, like, when you think of the
Like
aspect of, like,
1960 or 70?
door-to-door sales.
They learn something new every day. Holy fuck.
So, you remember, like, the old, like, way of, like, the Sears catalog, right?
Yeah.
Like, not obviously in our generation, but we're talking
The
like,
old
way
school.
back in the...
Yeah.
So, then it progressed to door-to-door sales. Like, past that, just because we're trying to get you to buy our shit. And that's where a lot of people don't understand where their fucking dad went, because they're doing door-to-door sales. And then they show up every so often, and they're like, yeah, this Cadillac Coupe de Ville ain't gonna pay for itself, so we need to go back and do this shit. But anyways, so yeah, like, they sucked me in. They had me, like...
So what was the company? Or like the...
It was like knife sales.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember the name of the company to save my fucking life. If I would totally say it on this fucking podcast and just be like, listen here, you pieces of shit.
If you happen to find this.
But they were telling me, they were like, yeah, dude, like, you sell the shit and you get commission off of it. And I was like, all right, like, commission, cool, that's natural sales shit. Like, I at least understand that.
Yeah.
As a young 17-year-old, I get that. And then they were like, well, they're like, but first you have to buy like $200 of our shit, or like $200 or $300 worth of our shit just to get started. And I was like, I'm not a smart man, but I understand that for a job, I don't have to pay you for shit until I eventually enlisted in the military like a dipshit. And then they're like, hey, your first paycheck's going to be a little low because we paid for all of your uniforms. Like a bunch of assholes. But, no, so like, I was like, you know what? That's not for me. Like, if you want me to spend money that I don't have and I have to ask somebody for that fucking cash at 17, I'm not doing it. And then later on, like, way down the line, like, I'm out of the military, I'm doing my own fucking thing, paying my bills, doing all my shit. Me and Joey are at the gym, and this dude walks up and he goes, you guys look like you're in the military. And I was like, well, I'm out, he's in. Whatever, or he's in, I'm out, vice versa. Who knows? Yeah. We just look like douchebags at the gym. What's up? And he goes, I have a job opportunity for you guys, and it takes motivation. And he goes, here's my like phone number. And I'm sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
I already know what I'm expecting, but unless for some weird reason he's like that unicorn that fucking doesn't offer, like, doesn't say,
bullshit.
Hey, shit, you not. He's like, let's do an online interview.
Oh, I got one of those too.
And mind you, this is well before COVID and anything. Like, I'm probably at this point like 20, 21. And he goes, let's do an online interview. And I was like, all right. Again, I'm going to listen. I'm going to see what you have to say. And he goes, we sell like protein supplements and vitamins and all that shit. And so I was like, okay.
Rough.
You're already off to a bad start telling me what you fucking sell, because this sounds like some fucking white chick that's about to get sucked into a Mary Kay pyramid scheme. And he goes, yeah, you'll be your own boss. And I was like, later. And I hung up.
Okay, so funny that you bring that up. I was working for this job, and I was at a table, and this older black dude, like think like a great value Morgan Freeman, walked up to me, and he was like,
That's got to get you canceled, right?
and he walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey man, you're really good at this job. Let me give my contact information, and I'd like to see about getting you hired at my company." And I was like, "Okay, sure," because he caught me at the right point. Because at this point in the job, I was ready to leave. I mean, she knows I was fucking ready to get the fuck out of there, like maybe a month and a half into it. And so I was like, "Okay, sure, why not? I'll fucking hear you out." Same exact thing. All right, yeah, we'll do a Zoom interview. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever. And so we connected, and I was already kind of sketched out by this guy, right? So I got on Zoom, and I'm literally on the fucking call, like on my phone while I'm driving home. And I'm like, "Yeah, my camera's broken, but what's going on, man? What's the job about?" And he goes, "All right, well, what the job is, you seem like a very motivated kind of person, and you seem like very much like someone who wants to, like, how did he phrase it? It was like, you want to get your own money or something like that, or like make your own money or some stupid.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, some stupid shit. No, it's how they out themselves is what it is. So he goes, "Yeah, and so what you'd be doing is like, imagine owning something like your own Smiths or your own Harvard. You'd be selling your own goods from your home." And I was like, and there was like this animated video that he showed me that was like 3 minutes long, right? Yeah. So
I've been through that fucking
yeah.
video.
So I watched like the
shit.
Yeah. So I watched that full like animated video, and I was like, "Hey, listen, man, you seem really nice, but this is a crock of shit. Have a good night." And he goes, "Yeah, I understand that. Have a good night." And I was like, "Fuck."
So like that interview, like with the dude at the gym, I was like, "Hey man, this sounds like a multi-level," or right out of the gate, I said it sounds like a pyramid scheme. And I shit you not, the next words to come out of this dude's mouth, and he goes, No, it's multi-level marketing." And I was like, "Oh, you mean a fancy word for pyramid scheme?" Like, and he was just like, No, that's not it. It's just like, yeah, you done got.
No, fuck that. But what got us on this train was, so I was working there, and I got promoted a couple of times, but I got promoted to the point where manager, quote unquote manager, was in my job title, so I could eventually put onto my resume and then inflate the idea of being a manager. So I put it on there.
You could just do that with good old Round Brown Vargas.
Oh God, no! But I went around and I tried to apply to a bunch of different jobs, and nothing was really hiring. And this is before the fucking real welfare kicked in. That shit in Mexico down the drain, obviously. But then I got a job at this company that was for it was caregiving, but for like severely, like I want to phrase this right without being disrespectful, like genuinely without being disrespectful. Like it was caregiving for like severely mentally disabled people.
Is it like, okay, so not hospice care?
No.
At home help.
Like DD waiver. Does that mean anything to you?
Not really.
No. Okay. Because that's what the categorization is under the Mexico like healthcare system, like the government healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what it is like if you were to apply to be on the DD waiver, it means that if you apply, and it's fucked up, dude. Like it's really fucked up. I'm sorry, I keep staring at your fucking forearm because you have the fucking berserk symbol. I know it's not the berserk symbol. That little the two.
Oh,
yeah. See, that's not the berserk symbol, but it is the berserk symbol.
It is.
But what does it mean in like Nordic stuff? And that's what your tattoo is. But what is that? Only that. What is its name?
Ape shit fuckjack berserker.
Yeah, the berserker. Right. Okay. Yeah, because anime. Anyway, so this company is a company that receives all of its money from the state insurance. And the state insurance is under this thing called the DD waiver, where like if you have something like a severe autism, Down syndrome, fetal alcohol syndrome, schizophrenia, like anything insane like that, your family like applies for you, like apply on your behalf, and you get put on the waiting list for the DD waiver. But what's fucked up is like because our healthcare system in New Mexico is so jacked up, the waiting list is upwards of 13 years long. Yeah. Yeah, can you look that up actually, Joey? How long the wait list is for the literally DD, like double D waiver? Yeah.
And Eddie. All right. So
that's what we'll do. We'll do a
Like-
monthly show for the podcast where you and I watch an Ed and Eddie video or an Ed and Eddie episode, and we'll break it
and
down.
we have a jawbreaker. And we just put it in our cheek.
Chew here, jawbreaker here.
Yeah. But so like
I'm not going to even go to the website, but the average wait time is 13.3 years for an allocation of service slot for the DD waiver.
There you go.
So
MIA VIA waiver.
me and one of the guys I work with, we were talking about like healthcare as a whole, because it's a very common topic as of recent. How do you solve that fucking problem? How do you deal with that shit?
Yeah.
And as far as our, like, within the United States and, like, generally, how do you deal with healthcare as a whole? And it's some pretty fucking extreme measures.
Yeah, it's insane.
Dude, like, to say straight out of the fucking gate, like, so in order to get into the course that I'm in, I had to take a bioethics class, which goes over everything as far as like rights of a dying person, consent, the whole nine, like legally, like the legal issues involving medical care.
Right.
And we talked about cost sharing. And so cost sharing comes down to like just a very simple point, right? So you have your homeless population, which is a big part of that.
Insane.
They have no documented income aside from panhandling. They're not going to TurboTax afterwards.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
But like you have that population, and then you have your extremely sick population. So any or all hospitals in the U.S., I think they have to be, or not all hospitals. I think it's a very like specific group of them. They have to be non-for-profit. So,
No,
a specific amount.
It's a minority because most hospitals, I mean, I would assume you would know, are all private.
So they have to have a like department that's like they have to have their finance department, right? And their finance department basically has like you can request an itemized list and combat that. So if they charge you $75 fucking dollars, and this is just a fucking overactive amount, I'm not saying that's what they charge you, but for a fucking Band-Aid, you can challenge them on that.
But is this considered a privately owned hospital? Because that's what the majority of America deals with is private hospitals that accept the public health care.
So let's take it into perspective for where we're at, right? We have the university hospital, and then we have...
Which is private.
Press.
Both are private.
University is a kind of like generalized deal. The reason being is because they accept IHS and a bunch of other shit.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
So anybody can go to UNM. The reason I know that is because we hosted a like a dirt bike championship or some shit. Hold up. So the guy that I was working with, I'm like trying my best to leave a lot of names out.
Yeah.
But the guy I was working with, he said if you're out of town or out of country, UNM's the best because they work with all of that shit.
Wait, what do you mean?
UNM accepts all healthcare plans, like insurances. UNM accepts all of them because they're the only level 1 trauma center in New Mexico, so they have to. Not by law or anything, but like if they don't, they're gonna lose money.
And also because they're a teaching hospital.
Right, because you have a lot of dudes during the residency there. Well, dudes and dudettes. They're doing, or theys, thems, Zers.
It's the only med school in the state.
Yeah.
Right.
So, ironically, it's like one of the best med schools
No,
in
it
the
is
country.
in the country.
Yeah.
Because of what we deal with here. So, anyways.
Well, I've heard it's also because of like the cost over benefit that you're getting too.
Your education, if you're a doctor, okay, so within our state of New Mexico, if you're an EMT basic, a paramedic, a nurse, or a doctor.
Bring the mic a little.
If you're a basic nurse, doctor, top tier, paramedic, whatever, our education that we receive in this state is like comparative to the rest of the country is top tier. Mind you, like the levels starting from absolute drop dead zero, not knowing shit, to going to a doctor. Our basics are comparative to, so it's basic, intermediate, and paramedic as far as like EMT is concerned, right? Our basics know what intermediates know in other states. Our basics are fucking smart.
So, do you think that is because? So I want to like pick your brain about this. So, do you think that's because of how the curriculum is set up, or do you think that's because of how fucked up this state is because of drugs?
It's curriculum based.
You think the curriculum itself is so well
drugs? Oh, okay.
Well, not just because of drugs, but just because of like how messed up New Mexico is. Or do you think because of how jacked New Mexico is, the curriculum had to get better, therefore it creates better students?
So the one thing about New Mexico for sure is we can deal from everything from like diving injuries all the way to environmental and like the deep environmental. Like as a basic, I understood if somebody was experiencing like a diving related injury, right? They had, they went down without oxygen or without like knowing what they're doing. I could identify as a basic what it would take to help this guy out.
Right.
Because our patient goes, our state goes from like blue water to all like these deep diving areas.
Yeah.
To higher elevation, talking about Sandia, talking about Taos.
Right.
Talking about all of that. So we have a statewide curriculum that involves literally from bottom to top.
Right.
As far as how we deal with this shit. And we're very well oriented in how to handle shit. We know what we're doing. Then when you go in intermediates in most states, so like, all right, take your average basic, right? Because I thought about this at one point. I thought about moving to Boston, and not for good reason, but for a very shitty reason. Money. For bitches. There was a girl I was very well involved with.
I remember that.
Yeah.
When you literally yeah, I remember that. Okay. Yes.
So I thought about moving to the good old state of Massachusetts, playing Dropkick Murphys every day for a woman. I'm not proud of that, but that's what happened. And then going on to California or going to like these big cities, right? As a basic, like national wise, I am overqualified in this state.
In Massachusetts.
Yeah. The meds I can give in this state compared to a EMT
Can
basic.
you, not that I don't believe you, but I want like a visual. Can you bring up like the credentials for Massachusetts, please?
Like what?
EMT, I guess. What would it be?
Scope of practice for EMT basic.
I gotta pee again. I know, dude. Everything about me has shrunk since this cut, so could not find it for now. Anyway, but I've always thought that was weird, personally. How there's not, because it's not like I get the demographics of how many people impact the healthcare system in each state. I get that demographic changes, but like, again, maybe it's because I'm very ignorant. Maybe it's because I'm not in the medical field. Like, I'm in caregiving. That's not the medical field. It's really not. But like, standards of care shouldn't change depending on what state you're in.
So they do,
but they shouldn't.
No.
It changes by city and county too.
So here's why. All right. So the quality of treatment that. All right. So think of your busiest city in like the U.S., right? Which is New York. As far as an EMT basic is concerned, they don't have to do a whole lot. They have
in
oxygen, sugar. I think they have aspirin, but not a whole lot. They have 50% of what we can do.
Can you open that so I don't fucking spray it everywhere?
But, and the reason it varies from here is because of transport times. That's the big modifier with all of this, right? Because in New York, you're anywhere from New York to Massachusetts, you're anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes from a hospital. My transport times from where I work are anywhere from 5 minutes if I'm inside of the city that I work in to an hour.
Right.
So I have to be able.
You're super rural.
Yeah. But even going into working within our main city in this state, Albuquerque, I have to be able to give a lot more meds.
Can you pull the beer out of the fridge, please? It might burst soon.
So we have to be
Thank you.
willing to give a lot more meds. Then with the national labs and other things that we deal with, we have to have the capability of giving more meds.
So, okay, this might be a separate category of what we're talking about here, but so I remember watching, and granted, I recognize this isn't probably the best information or news source just because of how liberal this person is, but John Oliver did an expose on EMS. I think I sent you that. Did I?
I don't remember it. So
because it's about to frost over and burst. That's why. Yeah, thank you. But one of the points he brings up though, because you bring up travel times, and he goes, it's a really good expose because it shows how people like you who are the actual EMS people get fucked over left and right by the people owning the company. And there's a section of it where he's talking about how the EMS people, the personnel, whether you're the driver or the actual people giving aid, they're encouraged to tell the potential patient that they need to get taken to the hospital because that drive time is because whatever that drive time is, the charge for that is decided on by the private company, and then they charge that patient how much money it is to take him to the hospital, and that's how they make their profit. Is that true?
So I work
from your experience.
I work for a private company.
Okay.
I work for a national private company.
Okay.
Mind you.
Okay.
And the company I work with, I'm not going to say names.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we accompany the entirety of the United States.
Yeah.
We do not tell them saying how long we're here is going to justify how expensive your bill is.
No. I'm sorry, maybe I worded that wrong. It's not how long you're there. It's what he spoke on was the EMS people were encouraging patients to get an ambulance ride from wherever they are to the hospital because that's what they charge on.
No. So the one thing I tell patients, whether it be me showing up hands down without they call 911 and I get a refusal one way or the other, the one thing I tell them is I don't care if you call me or not. I'm hourly. You can call me 5 times a day.
Well, no, the whole point is that the drive time is what they're charging them on privately. That's what I'm asking about. If you're driving from point A to point B, if you're a private company, you're able to charge however much money to that patient because you are transporting them to the hospital.
No.
Is that something you've experienced? That's what I'm asking.
So that's not our influence for getting people to the hospital. If that's like what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Is getting an overall profit. That's not our influence. We care about patient care. And one thing, have you ever seen Scrubs?
I mean, like bits and pieces with you and Dom. But
Have you ever... So there's this season where they get a chief of medicine that's like handcuffing all of these doctors for how they can treat their patients. Because realistically, like as a medical provider, you try to do as much for your patients as you can without adding to their bill. We're not insurance companies. We're not the ass end of medical care. We tell them what we did because legally we do have to say we did this, we did that, we did X, Y, and Z. But we try to do absolutely what, as an emergency medical technician, we try to do what's best for our patients, for those that we serve.
Well, that's good.
Even if it comes down to telling them, like, hey, your reason for calling the hospital is, or for not the hospital, for calling us is not an emergency. We can't tell them that, but we can word it appropriately. So somebody calls 911. They call us. We show up, and we work what we can. Here's a perfect example, right? A diabetic. A diabetic has a seizure because of their diabetes, and they have a massive problem. That is something that should be seen by a doctor. But that patient has the right to refuse.
Time out. Sorry. Here's a perfect example. So I think Massachusetts just goes off the national standard scope of practice.
Hey, can you mute channel 4? Sorry. If that changed it, or turn it down, see if that changes anything. I'm hearing like a weird feedback. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, you hear it, but I don't know where it came from. It just started.
Yeah, I'm missing my 5. Okay, whatever.
Hold on.
Fuck it.
Shut up. Nope, that didn't work.
That's strange. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
So anyways, so they go off the national standard. And so per national standard, administrative meds, physician approved over-the-counter medication, oral glucose, ASA for chest pain and suspected ischemia. So they can give oral glucose and acetaminophen. That's it.
All right.
Or aspirin, sorry. Yeah,
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Acetaminophen is Tylenol.
Yeah, so what? Acetylsalic acid.
Acetylsalic acid.
Sorry, couldn't remember. But yeah, so that's all they can give. But like for us, in the state of New Mexico, we can give everything an advanced EMT can give nationally, which is nitroglycerin, epinephrine, fucking some other shit.
We can give Tupam, atropine.
What is epinephrine again?
Epi's,
Epinephrine.
in layman terms, it's adrenaline.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So I was at the pharmacy about a month and a half ago, getting my happy pills, and this guy was given an opiate. I was just sitting on my phone. I was just listening, right? And I'm sitting on my phone, chilling, and I'm listening. And along with his opiate, they gave him Narcan, because they were like, and when the guy asked, he was like, "What's Narcan?" And the woman was like, "Well, if you overdose on this medication, you need to take Narcan or someone needs to give you Narcan to like bring you back, pretty much, or like beat the overdose." And I know you told me about it, but he was like, "Okay, thanks." And the woman he just said thanks, right? But the woman added, "It's like, yeah, paramedics these days don't have enough, so now we're required to give you Narcan."
So I'll tell you right now, I can combat like opiate overdoses. However, there is within our state, like as it is, there's a lot. It's neither here nor there. I'm not going to judge somebody because of X, Y, and Z. Because of what you're on or however. Because a lot of these overdoses, or maybe not a lot, but a good amount are accidental. People will be prescribed a pain med. They say, here's your dose, and their pain doesn't go away.
So they keep taking more and more and more.
They take more and more,
right?
And then they enter that state. I'm not here to judge anybody for what they do.
You're talking to somebody that thinks that all drugs should be legal. All right, so yeah, there's no judgment.
Yeah, so be it a heroin overdose, a fentanyl overdose, or morphine, one way or the other, I'm not here to judge. The one thing that does bother me is when, and this is like a personal issue, this is when my patients tell me, I'm not on anything. Like, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble.
Right.
So, nobody's going to fucking judge you for this shit. Be it pain medication, abuse, or in the middle.
Well, to play devil's advocate, though, so when
we have a massive problem nationwide of treating pain.
Right, but when someone that is on these drugs, whatever drug it is, and they're presenting you, hey, I'm not on anything, when they're clearly like tweaking out or they're coming down, but they don't see you. They see a uniform and they equate with, well, the medics work with the cops and the cops work at the bed. You know,
so,
it's all a uniform and a symbol or whatever it is.
So I have two patients in mind when you say that.
Yeah,
I have one that was completely assaulted and he didn't want to tell us shit. Finally, we got the information out, and I asked him, I was like, hey, man, do you use street drugs? Because that's going to dictate how I treat you.
Right.
And he said, yeah, I use heroin.
Right, so you're referring to, like, heroin, meth. Does coke run as a street drug?
So,
Yes.
cocaine
Yes.
So cocaine is a Schedule II drug.
That's why I ask.
So it has medical usage, but its main you don't prescribe somebody cocaine.
I was gonna say that's why I asked because cocaine is I didn't know it was Schedule II, but it was a lower degree than marijuana because marijuana, until it's fucking legal in the individual state, marijuana is at the same level as fucking meth and heroin. Which is fucking... And we can go into that because I love going into that because that's fucking racist inherently. It's inherently fucking racist. Yeah, but anyway,
So, like, we had this patient, he was like, yeah, I'm on heroin. And the reason we asked that is most of us as providers, we're not trying to say, oh, you're a piece of shit that's, like, looking for drugs. But we want to know how to dose you.
Right.
Because if I was to give you a dose of morphine because your fucking femur was broken, I'm probably going to give you a moderate amount. If I look at somebody who has a heroin addiction and they're on morphine, I'm probably going to have to dose that up.
Right.
I'm going to start with that moderate amount. And if you're like, yeah, this isn't fucking doing shit,
it's a scale
then I know
upon their tolerance.
That's why we have dose ranges.
What would you find?
Meth is Schedule II, but marijuana is Schedule I.
Yeah, no.
Shut
facts.
the fuck
Facts.
up.
Hard facts. And the reason
Can I see that on the monitor?
The reason that has to do with is mainly because like Adderall and Ritalin and other shit are like qualified as like amphetamines.
So okay, but the way I digest that is because the pharmaceutical companies are pushing out and then making money on Adderall and Ritalin. It's a lower.
So the way the schedules are
What
based,
the fuck? Oh my god, I keep doing that.
So
you're telling me that heroin is as damaging as marijuana? I've never actually seen the schedule listings.
So okay, let me break it down for you, right? Because we had to go into this for our pharmacology, right? So the way the schedule works is based on how addictive.
If you could find the full listing, I'd appreciate it. If not, it's a pretty comprehensive list.
So the way that
I'm not going to do that because these are the important ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Schedule 1 includes ecstasy, heroin, LSD, marijuana, peyote. So
this is the explanation. Schedule 1 drugs have not accepted medical use in the United States,
Yeah.
and using Schedule 1 drugs can put a person at a high risk for developing a substance use disorder.
So let me cut that off. So the reason, hold up, before you start looking at that Schedule 2 list, the reason that they have those drugs is because they allegedly, and this is marijuana included, allegedly have no medical use. Schedule 2 off
When-
the top of hold
Okay,
on.
yeah, okay.
Schedule 2 off the top of my head has some medical usages, but they have a high rate of addiction. So that's why they're qualified as Schedule 2.
But my whole thing is but here's my question. I know you guys can't answer this, but I'm just asking to the void, right? Why is it though, other than racial origins? I hate to be that guy, but with marijuana, that's how it is. For other than racial reasons, why is it that marijuana has a Schedule 1 listing when it says there's no medical uses, when we literally have medicinal marijuana that is sold to people that get marijuana cards? Why the fuck?
So if I had to give a solid answer right now, like if you put a gun to my head
Yeah,
and
I don't
said,
expect one, but
and
sure.
said give an answer, it's because the FDA does not recognize that as a use.
Well, and I forget who else. I was talking to one of you two
Also, because
about this.
if you moved marijuana from a Schedule 1 to Schedule 2, you'd have so many cases of people in jail right now or in prison that would have to be brought back up.
So
Well, no, that's not true though, because that's not true because marijuana became legal in California because this became a topic of discussion during the fucking presidential election that just happened, and when Kamala Harris was running for the Democratic ticket, they were talking about how, well, if marijuana is legal now in California, why is it that so many people that you specifically, I mean you being Kamala Harris, have locked up on these drug charges, drug meaning marijuana, right? Why are they still in prison? And she had nothing to say for it. She just deflected. But that's not true. Because whenever you legalize marijuana somewhere, the people that are already locked up, any legal battle that even tries to get started, they go back to, well, at the time they were locked up,
Because
it was
they
illegal.
have to look back into the FDA.
Because
Yes.
because the argument that they use is at the time that they were locked up, it was illegal. So therefore, this person knew they were breaking the law. Therefore, they must serve their time, regardless of it being legal now, which is bullshit. Which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, no.
But that's the argument they use.
I agree 100% with what you're saying. Marijuana, hands down, should not be a reason to be in jail.
No.
I get that. But I think, and this is speculation, I think 100% what it has to do with is discrediting a government agency. Like the same way when you and I talked, like,
I
off
see
the
that.
podcast as far as Joe Jorgensen goes.
Yeah.
And like the oh my God. The DEA and the ATF. When it comes to discrediting
that's fair.
a government agency, they're not willing to say it because that is money.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But like, I just don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna close a door because my producer.
Scroll down. Scroll down to Schedule 3 drugs. You're going to lose your shit. Yeah, ketamine. Schedule 3 drugs, all right? The person is at a lower risk for addiction with medical usage.
Whoa.
Wait, hold up. So we have ketamine attached to that.
No, I'm more concerned about steroids.
So this is how the FDA and this is how the FDA describes this shit, right? No, again, I get where you're coming from because you're talking about steroids in comparison to fucking marijuana. I understand. Codeine and hydrocodone products mixed with aspirin. Yes. Yeah. In comparison to marijuana, it's nuts. It's fucking bullshit. And I don't care where that puts me, like, in my career as a whole, whether somebody fucking one way or the other. That's bullshit. Because ketamine, now, mind you, I think of ketamine as a very good fucking drug.
Wait, go back up to schedule so I can see Schedule 2, please.
Cocaine. morphine.
So
fentanyl,
with the definition as well. Sorry. But so
here's okay.
But what blows my mind, again, this is like a layman talking to people who have experience, right? What I don't understand is, so you're describing these scheduled drugs as, okay, there's a level of addiction applied to it, and it seems like the level of addiction takes a higher precedent than efficacy. Is that true?
No, not necessarily. So when you see cocaine as a Schedule II drug, right? So with cocaine, we talk about medical usage.
Right.
So there's efficiency and efficacy, or efficiency, whatever. We talk about how good that drug can bind to what we're trying to do and how effective it is. There are two different categories.
Right.
When it comes to cocaine, morphine, hydrocodone, fentanyl, even on that list. It's the goal we're trying to achieve. As a medical provider, if you break your ankle, let's say, you're lifting, you stand up, and your humerus fucking just snaps in half. This is a completely hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure, and we take, as EMTs, we take everything into account. What can I deal with? What can I handle?
Do you want anything else to drink?
I'm good.
Okay. Making sure.
So we take what we can do. And if my choice is between morphine and fentanyl, I'm probably going to give you fentanyl. Realistically, less side effects, the whole nine. Morphine has a high rate of addiction. It's our prototype when we talk about analgesics. But that's basics. That's not EMT basic style, but that's like our base medication.
Well, see, because when I look at the Schedule II, what kind of blows my mind is on this same list, you're equating methadone to methamphetamine. When again, my understanding,
two completely different. Methadone is.
But my understanding is methadone is what you use to get someone out of addiction.
Yeah, because it doesn't do as much harm as methamphetamine.
But then why is it on the same schedule as everything else that's causing addiction?
Because medical usage.
So methadone is still addicting, but the harm it does to the body is way less than methamphetamine.
So
what the hell is?
So you're swapping of something that's fucking your body up for something that's
right. Oh no, I understand that. But what is So explain this to me. What is medical methamphetamine then? What is that?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Ritalin and Adderall.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So you just have synonyms on the list.
Yes.
They're just different drugs.
I'm sorry if I'm loud.
They're
but
amphetamines.
Yes.
Ritalin.
No, you're not
Ritalin,
loud. This is just stupid.
Yeah, Ritalin and Adderall
All right,
are
scroll
well,
back
I
up.
know. Well, we talked about that with Riley. How her meth addiction. So my friend Riley Day that I had on the podcast, we were talking shit about Nimi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, her meth and heroin addiction started with Adderall, which that makes sense to me. But why would you have a Schedule II list with synonyms?
They're not, because they're not synonyms. They do different things.
So okay, hold before you overthink any of this. All right. So when it comes to Ritalin and Adderall, those, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking.
So sorry.
So.
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
So with the exception of, I don't know what pyrimidine, what the fuck is that? Demerol? That's not a painkiller, right?
That's Demerol. That's an opiate.
Okay, yeah. So that's, if your arguments are all synonyms, these are all synonyms too, because they're all painkillers.
So Demerol is like the ideal medication. If we could give it, I would give Demerol overall.
But because of your
scope practice.
That's in my scope.
Yeah, because of your scope of practice, you can't give it.
So as a paramedic,
but you're not a paramedic.
Not right now.
Right.
I'm in school for it.
You're a school 2B, but you're an EMS advanced.
No.
Right? Oh.
All right. Hands down, I'm an EMT basic. Let's get all of this shit out. I'm an EMT basic, but in the scope of practice for a paramedic, because I have to know all of these, Demerol is a medication that is within my scope, but it's an IFT medication.
When you become a paramedic.
When I become a paramedic,
okay,
I can transport
a
patient on Demerol. However, I can give fentanyl,
God,
morphine,
you're fucked up.
other shit like that.
But okay, so you can give, because I've heard of Demerol, but like obviously fentanyl is more prolific in the media because of. It sounds scary, but also it's
so fentanyl. Okay, here's a quick comparison.
Well, no, New Mexico. New Mexico has a huge problem with fentanyl. That's how.
So here's how to break it down. Here's a real quick breakdown.
No, I don't want to say his name on like stream, but like that's how he died.
Yeah,
was a fucking overdose.
So fentanyl comparison to morphine, right? Two meds that I can give as a New Mexico licensed paramedic.
Oh my god, our country is so fucked, man.
There's a lot more that goes into it. Than you know.
We're so fucked.
A lot more. Like we can talk about our country's healthcare system in another podcast if you want to.
Oh, I know.
But so here's the deal, right? So morphine is our baseline because our country's been giving morphine since well before.
Well, since Tom Hanks shot Saving Private Ryan, yes.
Yeah, that World War II, right? It was a very common med.
Wait. Well, okay. You have questions.
No. I thought it was World War I too, but I could be
It's
wrong.
probably World War One.
I'll just look
But
it up
like
while
World
you
War
guys
II
talk.
is the very common like sense when you hear the name morphine.
Well, because my first experience or my first exposure was I watched Saving Private Ryan when I was way too young. But that part on the opening scene on
where he's given morphine
on Normandy,
they say 10 milligrams of morphine.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of morphine.
Because they have what surprised me about that scene specifically was when he says, "Give me the morphine," and he sticks him with it, but it's the little bit.
Surette.
Thank you. It's a surette of morphine, like a little thing. Is that accurate?
Yeah,
that's accurate.
Okay, because
per
that
the time.
scene is hailed as the most accurate war scene
5
ever.
milligrams, I think in the threats.
So with morphine, we can give anywhere from 2 to 10.
Yeah, I think the Surrettes you're talking about, World War II style, they have in Vietnam too. I think they're 5 milligrams of morphine per Surette.
So our scope of practice is 2 to 10 milligrams of morphine. Now, mind you, here's the big fuck up, right? So fentanyl, from what I can remember, is 0.1 to 0.3.
Yeah, keep it like a fist away from your face, give or take. So
where I'm at right fucking now. So for our parameters,
1817.
for a disassociative, because there's 2 different types of doses, 2 range doses. Or wait, no, ketamine is different versus fentanyl.
Yeah.
For fentanyl, it's 0.1 to 0.3 milligrams per kilogram.
Okay, break that down if I'm stupid.
So if I have a patient who's 220 pounds, that's 100 keys, right? So I have to take that 100 keys, do some quick maths, and then do 0.1. So what? It's like 10 milligrams total that I'm giving. That's off the top of my head.
That sounds about right. Granted, I almost failed every math class I've ever taken. So, but that's because I always thought that was kind of crazy. Again, because I'm not in the medical field, but when I watch Saving Private Ryan and they're giving the morphine, there's a little bit in the Surettes that they're giving, the little bit.
But so fentanyl is the overall, right?
Well, fentanyl is what I've been told, morphine times 10.
Yeah, that's why we measure so morphine is in milligrams, fentanyl is in micrograms.
Oh, shit.
It's a tenth.
So, I'll ask that later, but continue.
So we give fent. Now, granted, morphine causes a bunch of other shit to happen in the body. And
So what is... Okay, here's a good question. What does fentanyl cause in the body?
Worst case scenario, right? So, like, let's say this is actually a good one because I've had our scenarios that we run in class, and they ask us why you want to push fentanyl slowly because it can cause fentanyl locked chest.
I think we talked about this last time.
No, we did not. So
I've heard about this though. Where you inject fentanyl slowly?
No.
What?
So
I've heard something like that.
Hold on. So if you push fent fast, it can cause their chest to basically lock up. And then that makes ventilating a patient very fucking hard.
Right.
Because their muscles, their intercostal muscles and everything can't move. They're contracted.
Right.
So in a patient, if I drop a tube and I push fentanyl, we want to push it slow just to not cause that fucking problem.
So the body is like used to it as it's coming in?
It's more of a rapid push kind of deal where the body's like, what the fuck? So we push it slow, so it's like that slow climb.
Okay.
Yeah, so the body gets used to it.
Yeah.
It says, here's what's coming in. Okay. All right. Morphine, we push in milligrams.
Okay.
Versus micro.
Right, micro. Right.
So morphine causes a histamine release that allows vasodilation and then causes a significant drop in blood pressure. So let's say I have a patient that's like fucking dying in pain. They're fucking sucking wind. Everything hurts, but their blood pressure's okay. We have our ranges that we're taught to give morphine. So we give it, and they drop down. Now I have to compensate for that patient. I have to take over. Not only does that patient, like, exhibit signs of poor perfusion, and they're, like, about to die, but if I give morphine in those cases, I can kill somebody.
Well, it's because they're already addicted to something?
No. This is general.
Oh, okay.
This is if you were fucking going down and your blood pressure told me X number and I'm trying to play fucking catch up.
Okay.
I'm giving you fluids. I'm giving you X, Y, and Z because I'm trying to make sure that you don't fucking die. I want to get you to the hospital. So in comparison, we give fentanyl because it's not the same release that causes the blood pressure drop.
Okay, interesting.
Let's
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's think of trauma as a whole, right? Trauma.
Bad happening to the body.
Gunshot wounds, blast wounds, stab wounds, the whole fucking nine, right?
Right.
So you get stabbed in the chest, X, Y, and Z, whatever, how it fucking happens, I'm presented with what I have. And you're in pain. I'm going to take my numbers that I see after taking your blood pressure, heart rate, the whole nine. I'm going to determine what I give you. Most of the time, it's not fucking pain meds. But as a country, somebody who breaks their fucking leg, who breaks their fucking forearm, their arm, their femur, we suck ass. We are horrible, bro. Like I said, I had a dude who was attacked by somebody with an axe.
What?
Yeah. And we gave him pain meds.
Hatchet.
Mind you, this dude was a heroin addict.
Wait, I'm sorry. A heroin addict got attacked with a hatchet.
Ignore that.
No, how?
Yes. No, ignore that because this guy fucking was in pain.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this guy deserved it. Okay, so he was in...
So he was in pain, so we gave him meds to deal with. Here's the other call that I was talking about when I said earlier that I have 2 calls in mind.
Oh, yeah.
There was a dude. He was up there in age, and he quit doing opiates.
Oh, he went cold turkey.
No, I don't know that. He said for 3 years he's been clean.
Oh, okay.
What he was experiencing, by definition, we had to give him morphine.
Interesting.
We had to give him morphine. He met our cardiac criteria to give him morphine. To save this dude's life,
right,
we had to fuck him up by giving him a drug he was addicted to.
Yeah,
it hurts. Like,
that's what
mentally,
I was gonna say. That's what I'm trying to bounce back and forth in my head. Well, because admittedly, I am like addicted to the like the Reddit videos on YouTube where they just literally read a Reddit thread. And I remember whenever we talked about addiction, specifically with like heroin, or I'm sorry, with meth, someone, no, was it heroin? Yeah, the person was a previous heroin addict, clean for 10 years, like clean, like sober clean. I know he was, you know where this is going, for 10 years. But then he had to go to the dentist, and they did a root canal, or they did something where they give him a pain medication, and like whatever pain meds they gave him, they injected him with, it brought back all of his addiction.
So it's super hard.
And like this dude was making like 6 figures apparently, had a wife, 2 kids, and he lost all of it because he dove right back into his heroin addiction that his wife knew nothing about.
So it's hard as a medical provider.
Right.
Because you see these patients come in and you're like, I know the med you need. Like, mind you, in this patient's case, like to take it from start to finish, we gave him everything that we could to help him.
Okay, so with this case, did you give him fentanyl?
We gave him morphine, 5 morphine.
Right. But before that, did you give him fentanyl?
There's still opiates.
Okay. Well, because the reason I asked is just because, like, he was addicted to. Well, what was he addicted to?
He was a heroin user.
He was a heroin user, so giving him morphine would fuck him up. So
giving him
fentanyl would do the same thing, right?
Same thing.
They're all opiates.
They're all
right, because they're all opiates. So So what is the alternative?
Ketamine.
No. So the reason why ketamine is not.
Is that natural, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I might snag some later.
So ketamine for this patient is...
Yes, click on that link because I want to talk about that later. Yeah.
So ketamine is a pain med that we can give.
Yeah.
But its parameters for giving are very small. Whereas our dissociative, because it's a... Oh my God.
Hey, how long have we been going on that timer?
2:32.
Okay, cool. Because like 335, 350 is where it jumps into a new SD card like file save, and then I think at 415 is where it stops.
Someone just stop it now and start a new one.
No. It's like literally we'd have to like take the SD cards out, put it onto a hard drive, and reload it. Our max, we can't go any longer than 415.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I just want to make sure. Okay.
So for ketamine, like we have associative dose and dissociative dose. Our associative is like pain wise, and our dissociative is like we're about to drop a tube down your throat, and we don't want you to like remember that.
So again, for like me and other people that are listening, if you've made it this far, thanks. But for associative and dissociative, when you're dissociative, that means the body is not actively being a part of the recovery. Is that correct?
There's a lot more science that I'm not gonna fucking break
Right,
into.
which is fine.
However, when we talk about disassociation, it just takes you away from the pain we're causing.
Okay.
Because mind you, this patient is probably like combative, or we have to take over their airway.
Okay.
So we got to drop a tube, and we don't want them to remember that, because let's say I give science, a neuromuscular blocker. Let's say I do something for this patient that's gonna fucking get rid of like their ability to combat me dropping a tube. They're still gonna feel pain.
Right.
But they're not gonna fight me.
Right.
So that's why we give other medications on top of that, so they don't feel that pain. Because it hurts, dude. It fucking hurts to have shit shoved down your goddamn throat.
I would imagine.
So, like, in the field, like, as providers, we have our scope of practice that tells us we can do X, Y, and Z. We have all of our algorithms that tell us we do this, we do this, we do this.
Sorry to break this up, but hey, if David's off work, tell him he can swing by the way. He's more than welcome. Okay, continue. I just noticed it was 5:30, so I
Dude, if we have to break this into 2 podcasts...
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, continue.
So, we have a lot that, like, we deal with. It's all about patient care. Like, in the field, like, pre-hospital, it's all about patient care. If you were to give me X, Y, and Z, a case study for a patient, I'm going to do everything that I can to get that person to the hospital.
Right.
Hospital after the fact, that's up to them. I do not care about money. Like, to the root cause of all of this.
Oh, yeah, where we first started. Right.
I don't care about money because, to be fucking completely honest, dude, I'll lie. I will lie about calls for patients to save them a bill.
Yeah. But what's sad, though, is
allegedly you do that.
But
no, I do that 100% on the record. If I get fucking fired, I don't care. I will save a patient from a bill. We do something called a call, no call special. They call us. They want us to fucking help them. If it doesn't require my intervention.
Oh, well, I mean, if your company calls it like that and they categorize, that's their fault. But you're completely right. That's the company's fault. But what I will say is the reason I bring that up is because that individual, John Oliver, he has such a wide reach. He has just a wide audience that he can talk to and otherwise influence. So, and I used to really like his stuff back when I lived in the apartment in a year before that, because that's when he kind of started the Last Week Tonight on HBO. But when he ran that EMS thing, it was really sad because there was a I'll send it to Joey so he can pull it up on the computer. But there was a section of it in addition to the part where it's the ride time, charging people. I was like, that seems really fucked up. But I meant to pick your brain about it, but I forgot. But there was a section of it where he was talking about where these people would show up to their jobs and the doors were shut and they couldn't go fucking work. And it was well, they're shutting down left and right and they don't have to tell these people. No, text. I sent it to you on text.
Hey, wait, bro.
Well, just so you can see what YouTube to pull up. Shout out to Poncho being your DMs. You two can talk. I gotta pee really bad.
I'm so bad at reading my DMs.
I gotta pee really bad.
When it comes, so when it comes to EMSs, a whole, we show up whether we want to or not. We're on scene. I know some people complain about X, Y, and Z, but that's internal. That has to do with one agency versus another. That's all of that shit. But you will have somebody show up to your house. There are priorities that take place, but that's very semantic.
Jesus.
Because even you can fucking say this. You can attest to this shit. If somebody falls and cannot get up and they don't want to go to the hospital, guess what? Guess who's there? Me or you?
Me.
Yeah. Somebody is going to show up at your fucking house. It may take a while, one way or the other, but somebody will show up. As far as fire, private EMS, or anybody on an ambulance or a fire engine, whatever, is concerned, they will show up. At least, I can't speak for other states, but at least in this state itself, somebody is going to show up. That's the one thing they teach us from square one, absolutely knowing nothing to knowing everything, is that somebody is going to show up.
Or maybe not. Just kidding.
Nobody shows up without assistance. Toe pain, toothache. Oh my God.
My tummy hurts.
Yeah, I've had all of those calls. But toe pain, toothache, tummy hurts, all that shit. Somebody is going to arrive at your house.
What's
It may not be.
Like, case somebody's called you for?
Huh?
What's the mildest case that somebody's called you
Oh, I have a story. Sorry, can I tell this one?
Yeah, tell it.
Okay, so we got called out for, like, I think it was a 21 Delta, which is like a severe hemorrhage. Someone's bleeding a lot. Like, it's severe because it's a Delta. It goes Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, right? Pretty simple. A's not bad. D's very bad. So I got called as a Delta. Super bad. It says 12-year-old kid cut his wrist or some shit like that. And, like, he was, like, that's all we got in the notes. And we're like, oh, fuck, this kid's, like, probably suicidal. Cut his wrist or something. We better hurry up. We got over there. Their parents are frantic. The aunt and uncle are freaking out. The kid's, like, crying. He's got, like, a towel over his wrist. I take off the towel after running up the stairs. He had a skin tear that wasn't even bleeding on his wrist. And his parents were still freaking out. They're like, is he okay? Is he okay? It's like, yeah. And I love it because they're like, what do we do? What can we do? Like, do we need to take him to the hospital? It's like, I mean, you can. And my lieutenant was like, you could probably just put a Band-Aid on it and they'll be fine.
So
shit like that. It's like,
that goes.
you're adults.
No.
Yeah.
So that goes back to what I was saying earlier about like the common like reading level being like around 3rd grade. Is our job, yours and mine, is education.
Well, that's the thing, like you said, you know, it's like people who have a lower education.
They weren't like lower education. They were like middle-class white family.
But not even like that. It's like people who don't have general common sense. It's like they see something happening, like a cut or whatever, and they're like, they don't know what to do. They freak out. So their instinct is, I'm going to call an official, a paramedic.
So, yeah.
And they freak out.
Well,
And,
again,
and that's where...
It's about a uniform more than it is anything else.
That's where the lack of education comes
So that's where I talk about education as far as medicine itself is concerned. Because I've shown up to kids...
That's a lack.
And kids are hard. I've seen some very fucked up things involving kids where like I still to this day after like 6 years on the job, like I have nightmares about. It kills me. Yeah. But I've seen other things where we get a call and we show up and this kid's like he's coughing and this kid is like the parents are like, yeah, he's been coughing for so long, and you're like, give him some fucking Tylenol.
Give him some water, give him some tea.
You're like, start off from the basics, because I was lucky. Like, as a kid, I was lucky. My dad
was around.
My father was a
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Sorry. Okay, continue.
Around or not, or
Mexican,
whatever. My dad was a paramedic, so he knew how to deal with this shit. So, like, as far as hospital visits go, I was limited. But a lot of parents in this state see a kid who's not doing well, and they call 911. But as a parent, you can solve a lot of these problems with their kids. Yeah. Dependent on what it is. You're not wrong. I'll say this hands down to the camera. You are not wrong for calling 911. I don't care. I'm open 24/7 all day.
Because you're paid to.
I'm hourly. Hands fucking down. I am hourly. I will show up to your house. It doesn't bother me.
The Hispanic answer to everything is Vicks.
It does bother him.
Is like Vicks rub and some cough drops.
But here's the thing: if you get a little cut, use common sense to say, "Hey."
Yeah, spit on it. Rub some.
No.
Put a Band-Aid, not call a paramedic.
No. I do not care. From my point of view, like, I'll bitch about it to my friends, to him, to X, Y, and Z. I'll bitch about it after the fact, but I do not care. If something happens to your kid, to your mom, to your fucking uncle, whoever, I do not care. Call me. I'm hourly. I don't get commission. I don't get fucking paid.
How fucked up would that be? If a paramedic got commission on his... Hey, if you use our promo code now...
I don't
You'll get a ventilator with your COVID-19 diagnosis. How do you feel about that?
I don't get paid per call. I get paid hourly. They tell me right now, like when I apply for a job, here's your yearly salary. I do not give a fuck. Most of these guys, they'll piss and moan and they'll fucking hate it. But call 911. If shit's bothering you and shit hurts and whatever, call 911. Because part of our job is education.
Just if you can, don't do it at like 3 a.m.
No, do it at 3 a.m. No. If you're interrupting a masturbation session at the old station, who cares? He can leave the bathroom stall to go help you out with your cut on the finger. It's okay. Call it 3 a.m.
3 a.m. is where I draw the line.
I was going to ask you if your dad hit you, but you don't have one.
Yeah, he did.
And then left.
When he was there, he hit me and left. It was the old hit and run.
Like, as far as EMS is concerned, like within the city of Albuquerque, within anywhere, fucking call us if it's hurting. However, I'll be dead honest. No matter what state you live in, do think about, is this a life threat or does it just hurt?
Can I go to the hospital myself, or am I dying right now?
Yeah.
Question: should a woman giving childbirth drive herself to the hospital?
No. I'll be dead honest about that. If a woman is giving birth, because I've been on several calls where
she can walk though.
This is why I love, if nothing else, I have my interaction with my friends documented. Just so when I'm dying of old age, I can watch it again.
So I've been on several calls where a woman's giving birth. There's a lot we can do to help, but like you do need. So here's why, like where he says no. Here's why. Like my line in the sand is saying you should call 911. So we were hanging out at the hospital one time, and there was a woman that did refuse to call 911.
Okay.
She absolutely was like, I don't need you guys. Y'all are stupid.
I'm a strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man.
She had her man with her.
Oh, okay. Well,
but she died.
Where?
There's sound effects on that little thing if you want to find a funny one.
How do you find menu?
I don't remember. Don't fuck with it. Just kidding.
Okay.
So
continue.
Not only did she lose her life, but she lost the baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck, man.
And that could have been 100% prevented.
Okay, so So just giving that scenario its due, because we're respectful here on this podcast. So start to end, when did it begin?
I don't know the timeline.
Did it begin? Did it start in Vegas? Did it happen in Vegas?
Yeah, no. So it started where I worked.
Okay.
And then she was like, "Fuck that shit." I shit you not. For this patient, there's a lot more that goes into it, but there's. She was like, "Fuck that. We're gonna stop off at McDonald's." They got food.
What?
There's
okay. So let's try and organize this. Let's call her Jane. Okay, so
Jane Doe.
Yeah, Jane Doe. Yes. So Jane, her timeline starts here. Yours probably was here. When does Springer meet up with Jane?
Springer meets up with Jane, like at the time of shit happening.
Okay,
like,
so
she starts to experience X.
Yeah, what is she experiencing?
All right. She's going like, because she was preterm. Like, not time to deliver this fucking.
So it was like a premature baby? Like a preemie?
So there's preemie and then there's like preterm where the baby is viable. Where like we have a chance to save X, Y, and Z. But she held off. She held off on like our assistance because she was like, it's not that fucking big of a deal. And then
do you know why?
I don't know why.
Okay, cool.
I genuinely do not like have an answer. She held off. But so if a woman feels any need, I've shown up on calls where they're fucking 6 weeks preterm. And they call us and we show up and we're like, all right, like whatever you're feeling X, Y, and Z, be it like contractions or this or whatever. It doesn't require our intervention. But guess what? We're going to take you to the fucking hospital just in case. Because I care, like, for my care.
Right.
As a provider, I care about just in case.
Yeah.
I care about that one, let's say something is 98%, I care about that 2%. I'm not going to play fucking games. As a provider, and this even goes down to like people in the hospital, they don't care about that fucking 2%. They don't care about that 1%.
Okay, so let me just take you aside for a second. Why do you think that is? Because it's the way I'm digesting that is that minute details that could build up to a bigger picture are being overlooked. Why do you think that is? Is it to save time? Is it to save money? Like, why do you think that is?
So a lot of like these minute details is because commonly we see one way or the other. Like, let's say somebody is like let's take it square from base one, right? This guy's an alcoholic. And he's experiencing this, that, and the other. If you know what's going on, they could be in like the whole fucking state of like Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. But at square one, they could be a drunk and just be some guy who's fucking hammered. I can't tell him no because I care about his fucking safety.
Right.
I don't want this dude to die. Because I'll tell you fucking right now, like as somebody with experience, like having a death on your fucking conscience.
Right, on a call, that's not...
It hurts.
That's like... That's against your objective, right? So let's go back to the woman that was pregnant and then ended up losing. So like why do you think that happened? Let's wrap that up. Why do you think that happened?
So in her case specifically, it was mainly like pride. Like she thought she could handle it.
Okay.
She was an obese woman. There was a lot of things like acting against her.
Wow.
And she lost not only her life,
but the kids as well. So what caused that? other than pride? Like what medical things that you know of because you weren't
nothing medical because I was very concerned with her case because nobody likes hearing a lost baby.
Right, yeah.
And at least where I work, I can have like a significant involvement with these patients. Nothing medical was the reason why she lost that kid. It all had to do with lifestyle choices and a lot of other shit that like took over.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's be real here though. Lifestyle choices are why America got fucked so hard by COVID.
Lifestyle choices are.
Now, I'm saying this while being kind of drunk, but like let's be honest. Like lifestyle choices are why COVID fucks so many people up.
So looking into a lot of disease pathophysiologies.
Being healthy is better than being fat.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Unless you're trying to float in the ocean.
No, literally. Give me a better example
No.
with a disease where you would rather be healthy and slim opposed to obese and unhealthy. What disease benefits you?
So
by being fat.
There's a difference, and I'll say this from personal fact.
Anorexia.
Again, I got the big chonk, right? So being fat,
you're fucking dumb.
Like having fat on you is not.
No, having fat is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that from like a step on stage thing. No, I don't want anyone to do that. That's ridiculous. But like, there is a healthy amount of fat you should have. Like six packs are not healthy. People need to understand that. Like six packs aren't. I've had one naturally. And it's not like a skinny kind of six pack. Like, oh, well, your boyfriend weighs 120 pounds. He always has a six pack. Like, no. I lost
a difference between having abs and being fat and having big.
No, literally, like being skinny with abs is being a fat chick with tits. It's the same fucking thing. No, seriously. Like, there is, like, I lost almost 40 pounds to get my six pack, and it's not healthy. That's a very important thing to recognize. Very important thing.
As far as our people in this country like are concerned, we're unhealthy to one degree or another.
I'll give him one.
Get your big ass head out of the camera.
So
there's two in there.
Like being obese in the sense is not like by any
Ooh, kind of hot.
You gotta do the. Not that. What is wrong with you? Stop breathing into the mic. No one's gonna listen to this.
So being
I know. Exactly. That's what. Not the sidebar, but it's kind of comforting when you get like 2.5 hours. 3 hours deep. It's like, no one's gonna listen unless I get like super famous and then go back in time to figure out why I'm cancelable. No one's gonna listen to this. But see that clip right. Time to die. See, and they're gonna play that on CNN while they cancel me. But see, if I'm rich enough to get canceled, I'll be fucking bathing in my hundreds of millions in my fucking warehouse with my homies. And like, yeah, cancel me. Okay. Join us next week when we talk to whoever about the whatever. Okay.
But like, being a fat piece of shit, I'm gonna say it straight up. Because I myself am a fat piece of shit.
Admitting is the first step, buddy.
Exactly. So being like that piece of shit is, it's one of those things to knowing like if I got sick, that can hinder me severely.
You're fat.
Yeah, because I'm fat. Like when I first, and I'll be as
I just agreed.
I'll be as open to this as possible. When I first got into the military,
Just to be fair, I took a bite out of this and thought, can I have ranch? Okay, so just continue. But just
so
keep that
like
in mind.
when I first got into the military, my
Salsa. Can I get some sort of salsa with the...
No.
Please.
when I first got into the military with my height and body weight, they said I had to be at like 170.
Oh, they had to tape your neck?
Yeah.
Stop!
No, like even with like super, like if you like have a lot of muscle but you're
Hey,
short.
just know he's coming to the podcast next week. So if you want to switch roles and just roast him for being small, you can go right ahead. All right.
Hey man, I'm self-aware too. Admitting it's the first step. All right.
But
I was trying to be a dick. No, they have to tape your neck. Like you could be fucking.
Oh, so we
6 foot and
we
like
have
300 pounds, but be shredded.
So I think we have our first call-in guest.
Yeah, Briscoe.
It's Briscoe.
Answer it.
Hey,
Someone
buddy,
was
you're
calling
on the
Stinger.
OnlyKings podcast. How are you doing,
Someone was
Mr.
calling you.
Briscoe?
Springer, someone was calling you.
Good. I'm so glad that I can hear
Springer, look at your phone.
shitty audio.
Someone called you.
No, I think you're coming in pretty good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I know I'm coming in pretty good. You're coming in pretty shitty, so, but I mean, that's kind of the usual.
Well, that was a great cameo. Have a great day, Briscoe.
You won't.
There he goes. Our first call-in guest. Anyway, continue.
But like, so
No? It's fine.
So when like I first weighed in, going into MEPS, like they said my IBW was at like 170 and I weighed 180.
What's IBW?
Ideal body weight.
We think you should be 170, you 180 piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I shit you not. Like the first words to come out was like, "You fat piece of shit." And I was like, what the fuck? So then I lost all the weight, like excess. Like all my fucking time in the gym was spent like losing 10 pounds. Got in, and then I jumped the fuck back up to like 190. Got out of the military.
Why is there a piece of dip on the table?
I'm saving it for later.
Can you at least put it on the towel? It looked like a turd. Can I get a disinfectant wipe?
No.
Please? What's wrong? Okay, no. A certain person, a friend of mine that's in the military, not going to name who, but someone told me about how some idiots in the Marine Corps, have you heard of re-dipping?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting, man.
Well, because you're hungry, so you're gonna eat.
Save it for later.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna save that shit for later. There you go. Double fucking. Ah, you're a piece of shit.
What's my spit bottle? Okay, cool.
There you go. Yes. All right. So, anyways.
What is this for?
Put in the solo cup.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So, anyways, now my happy ass is at like 200 pounds. And
But are you happy?
fuck yeah.
That's all that matters. Because again, I can't stress this enough. Like having abs was not pleasurable. Like it was cool, it was great. I got to post on Instagram about it, but like having abs was not great. It wasn't all that fun.
But like, so when I was in the military, that's like the first time that I squat pressed 1,000 pounds, and I gave myself a hernia for doing so. And it fucking sucked. However, now, like, I'm chilling at 200. I heard a lot of people say, oh, I was 225 or I was 230, and that shit sucked. But it was like, were you happy when you achieved that weight? Then my dumbass, decided I was going to go fucking try to be in the fire department locally. Now, granted, the captain at the time knew who I was, or like knew my name. And he called me a fat piece of shit because I weighed 200. And he was like, "You're too fucking fat for our program."
While you're talking about this, can you find in this video where he talks about Joey, where he talks about how they were charging for fucking rides or some shit? Leave the closed captioning on, but I'll have it muted.
There you go, buddy.
Anyway.
But yeah, like my 200-pound ass, 205. He was like, "You're too fucking fat." I was like, "Dude, I can do everything you're fucking asking of me at 205. Like, let's go." And he was like, "Yeah, but like most of our candidates are like 280, 270. Or 180, 170, sorry."
No, just skip through it. Just read the captions.
What is this? Why is Mickey Mouse getting fucked by Goofy?
I couldn't tell you. This is liberal media.
Turn the sound on. I want to listen to this.
I do know that is hard to picture, so please, let me help.
Keep playing.
Oh, boy.
Keep playing.
No, go ahead and stop it.
No, keep playing.
Fantastic. I'd far rather be woken up by the sound of America's rats getting railed on the spin cycle because I'd immediately laugh, then remember that someone was having a medical emergency and feel bad, then hear the siren and laugh myself to sleep again. What a siren!
Oh, because he was equating the siren in London of like their like ambulance service. He's equating that siren sound to what it must sound like Mickey Mouse getting fucked. I don't know. But anyway, he does talk at some point about how most ambulance companies, and they may or may not name yours, they talk about how they make most... Oh, wait, this is a good one. Back it up to when they first start talking about it. Back it up. Yeah, okay.
But second, there was a small irony in all the vocal appreciation that took place last year, as this EMT that we featured pointed out.
Right now, I'm doing all of this with no health insurance. The job doesn't offer it, and our affordable marketplaces aren't very affordable. If I get sick, and okay, I go get tested positive...
For COVID.
I can't go to the hospital. You know, people come out and they show us the support, and I love it.
Sorry, real quick. I love what's great about this. How ironic it is even more is that he's doing this in a firehouse because they probably couldn't afford a computer to do this on.
Well, so like looking at that dude, and he's talking about we can't fucking afford health insurance. I know hands down, like for both, and I've worked for a very, not the service I'm with now, but prior, I worked for a very shitty ambulance service, and they still offered fucking health insurance.
I've eaten so much pizza in the last 2 weeks. It's been great. I don't need pizza. I need to be able to pay my bills.
Right. People clapping and giving pizza in appreciation was very nice, but it wasn't a substitute for the things that they actually needed, like a living wage and health benefits.
Okay, pause it.
So...
Okay, so your experience with your EMS service, ambulance service that you work with, do you receive health insurance? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it adequate to what you need? Yes or no?
So, let me break that down. One, it's a very good health insurance, but I do have to sign up for it.
Okay, that's every other job ever.
Exactly. So, and that's where I'm taking this out of, is because I do have to opt to take my services health insurance.
Well, yeah, no shit. You have with most companies, they're like, yeah, you can sign up to our health insurance, or you can like sign up for your own, for your own private, but you have to pay out of pocket for that. That's for like whether you're in a EMS, my service, or like a retailer. That's in every single health insurance. You have to sign up for it. You have to elect
with
for
our
it.
health insurance, I will say it's super fucking good, but they do take out of your paycheck, just like anywhere else in the country.
Right.
Like, oh, you want health insurance? Be it private, be it public, be it fucking government assisted. One way or the other, they have to be like, hey, you want our health insurance, you got to take out of this. Or we got to take out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
You can attest to that.
Yeah, but I'm lucky because they like take pennies on the dollar.
And it's
I pay pennies on the dollar for like premium health insurance.
But do you have copays?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That's where you make it
So
up.
like, yeah, what they take out of my paycheck is
Well, right. Your paycheck
like,
is next
that
to nil,
said,
but like where you
again-
make it up is your copays, which is still pretty small,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, yes, that's
for
where you're
that
making
garbage
it up.
ass service that I used to fucking work for, it was like 50% of your fucking check because they didn't care about pennies on the dollar. They wanted that fucking money. For the service I work for now, it's like he said, pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Like I get hella good. Like now, granted, I do have to wait until like my next enrollment period because I was on a different type of insurance.
And do I get paid dog shit? Yeah, but I mean, health insurance is cool.
But
That's a whole other conversation in itself.
but
Yeah.
pennies on the dollar for health insurance.
Yeah.
Let's say my health insurance was like $400 a month.
What are we at on the timer for the audio, Joey?
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's say my insurance was like fucking $400 a month, and then I get my like through my work, they're like it's $200. That's a fucking
Yeah, it's a bit.
that's pretty fucking significant. And then if I need anything, my insurance fucking covers it. That's not just me having emergent care.
Right.
Again, like that's
Like you
going
get
back.
in a car accident and you go to a fucking hospital.
That's
Right.
going back to the entirety of the conversation of like how do we fix America's healthcare? There's some very extremes on how to fix that fucking problem, and nobody likes those.
Right.
I can get into that for like another fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But like beside the fact, when it comes to this shit, dependent on where he's at, where that provider is at, he has to be offered. Legally, he has to be offered health insurance.
So let's close this out by looking at let's try to find the section where he talks about the transport charge. Because I remember him talking about that, where it's like most of their profit is made by transporting patients to the hospital.
So with private ambulance services like the one I work for.
Yeah, I have it muted, so if you need to play it to see the closed caption, you can play it.
So with the service I work for, we make money on transporting people to the hospital. However, due to cost sharing and a lot of other shit that goes on, like, that's not how we make money. Like, hands down. Like, if it came down to, like, a money-making perspective, it's not how we make money.
How do you make money, then?
Private-wise is obviously, like, through insurance, getting people to the hospital.
Okay.
Hold
that's
on.
what I just said.
Hold on. Because our service, a national service, makes money off of what's known as IFTs, which is inter-facility transports. Those guys are confirmed to have insurance. And let's say...
So before... So you're at somebody's house. You have to confirm that they have insurance before you transport them?
Nope.
So that sounds like a money-making scheme.
Nope. I do not have to confirm this.
Okay.
I have done it several times.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You might not have time to. You might have got shot in the chest. That's fair. You have to confirm, like, do you have health insurance? Can we take you to the hospital? That's fair. But you take them to the hospital anyway, and that's how you make money, by taking them to the hospital. Your transport fee is based upon whatever the private company that you work for states. Is that fair to say?
Not entirely.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Is that not what I'm picking up
No.
about this?
Hold on. So let's say I have a patient who does not have health insurance. Like,
Okay.
Flat out X, Y, Z. Like I ask them, do you have health insurance? That company is still gonna bill them, no matter what, health insurance or not.
For you showing up.
Showing up, transporting X, Y, and Z.
No. I'm just saying showing up.
Yeah. No.
There is a charge. Let's say transporting is $200, but showing up is $50.
No.
So
not unless they provide care. That's how it is here in Albuquerque.
So
like,
Albuquerque or
if-
New Mexico?
If the fire department gets to the call first and we start the report, they're not charged. But if the other company gets there first and writes the report, they get charged.
So if a ambulance service
Because they're
shows
private.
up, if an ambulance, I'm trying to get like specific about this.
All
So
right,
if
no, I'm trying to give you a fucking answer.
Okay.
So let's say him and I are working within the same city, right? He shows up and says, "Hey, they don't need you." That charge for us being activated doesn't go anywhere. We don't have a name to attach it to. And so, but let's say he shows up, we show up, and they're like, I don't want to do this shit. Us as providers have the power to be like, yeah, that didn't require contact if we didn't administer anything.
Okay.
So I don't get name. I don't get address. I don't get any of this shit. So it doesn't charge that patient. The ambulance company eats that fucking cost.
Okay.
They don't eat it. So, because the ambulance company is owned by a bigger company, and I can speak specifically for AAS, Albuquerque Ambulance Service is owned by Presbyterian. So, whatever patients' bills don't pay, like whatever they don't pay, the ambulance company, the Presbyterian writes that off as a tax write-off every year.
We talked about that.
Yeah, me and you talked about that.
But that's where it gets into cost sharing, right? Let's say you as yourself had
This is so fucked up.
Yeah. So,
this is so fucked.
So let's say you had Presbyterian Health Services, right, as your health insurance, and you go in, and you get a bill, like without insurance taking over, you get a bill for like $2,000, right? What you're doing as a recipient of
the bill,
not the bill, of this medical care,
which is getting billed.
Yes. What you're doing is you're taking, let's say for one person, there's 5. Oh, this is going to sound so fucking bad. For one person, there's 5 homeless people that come in at that same time.
Okay.
They can't pay. The hospital knows that they can't pay. They basically divvy that up to like fall back onto you.
Upon insurance plans.
And they're trying to make their money back because of those 5 people that they couldn't collect money from.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
So you want to talk about the fucking extremes and
like,
all of this
like
shit?
That makes sense. It makes sense why that happens, but you only start having problems with it if you're a capitalist. You have problems with that because the people that aren't creating charges are getting charged already for things they didn't do. But then if you're a socialist, it's okay because socialism is about the collective, which means you include the homeless people so whatever accrues, so if a homeless person has $5,000 in charges and there's 5 middle class people that can afford that, you divvy that 1,000 each, and it pays for it.
So
that's where you don't have problems with it. But we're in a capitalist society where you should have. What the fuck?
So if you're in a socialistic society, right?
Who's here? He's opening my front door to where said people can walk in. I don't know, dude. Like,
so
that's where I get conflicted. That is where I get conflicted.
So let's say we're dealing, and this is small scale, right? Like super small scale, 10 people. let's say we're dealing with a socialist society and it costs $100 per person to visit a hospital. Like no matter health, income, X, Y, and Z, it costs you $100 to visit just the hospital. So each month we take X out of your account.
Who?
Oh, let him in.
I can't. The door's broken.
Oh. So let's say per month we have to take X out of your account to compensate, because let's say in the U.S. alone, out of those 10 people, the homeless rate is 30%.
Okay.
So we have to account for 3 people
Per 10.
per 10.
Yes.
And this is hypothetical as fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
These aren't based on actual numbers. So per 3 people, we have to account that $100 a month out of those 10. We have to count for losing $300. If, let's say, out of those 7 people, they never visit the hospital, those 3 are the only ones that are going, we're losing that money. But we're still taking X in fucking taxes.
Right.
To make up, to pay for them. That's where that socialist economy comes from.
Jesus Christ.
Is to compensate for those who cannot pay. Absolutely have no income to pay out of our taxes. But let's say out of those 3, that 4th person comes in, and we've been accounting for 3 the whole fucking time. We get that 4th person who has an actual emergency and they require more money. They require, MRIs, CTs, X, Y, and Z, the whole fucking 9 out of that shit because they got involved in a shit storm of medical problems. Those people end up eating the rest of the cost for that.
Get some of that chew. Holy fuck.
So
$75 Band-Aids, baby.
Yeah, that's where we get our $75 fucking Band-Aids
Yeah, that's why.
in our socialist economy, is because these hospitals, to maintain proficiency, it's like when you talk about like Canada not having enough of X, Y, and Z, so Canadian citizens come down to the U.S. to get the medical procedures they need.
You need to watch Scrubs. There's it's pretty stupid, most of it, but there's some good bits in there where they talk about how fucked up the healthcare system is. Because Dr. Kelso, he's the hospital admin, so he's in charge of all the bills and shit.
So. Listen, I need to call
We'll
this.
stop. We're done.
Yeah, so we're 3.5 hours in. Thank you for being the first trilogy. First of all, we're about to finish, but David can come in. Thank you for being the first trilogy. I'm very happy about that. I'm happy about anyone who fucking comes on, but especially my friends, by the way. What we're gonna do next time is you are gonna be the first guest that I fucking map out about what we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna fucking really dive into our healthcare system, because I didn't know that. The specifics about the homeless people and how we take care of them and what happens when they get billed, I didn't know that's how all that goes down. It's super obvious once it gets spelled out for you, but I had no idea. So, what the fuck? So, we're going to figure all that out eventually.
So,
sometime
like you and I talked about how breaking down political platforms and shit as far as healthcare and everything else is concerned.
Yeah.
I have no problem breaking that down. Healthcare is the hardest fucking problem to break down because there are 2 fucking main ways of doing it. And I have no problem with the 4th time that I come on of breaking this shit down Barney style. But there are 2 main ways of going about it. There are very conservative, and not talking about Republican wise, but conservative in the literal sense of being backed off. And then there are the extremist forms.
Yeah.
And the extremist forms, nobody wants to fucking hear because they're quite literally involved with deriving people of that care.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that all fucking day.
And we will. Next time. If you made it this far, God bless you. Go find a hobby or something. Holy shit. Oh my God.
I'm glad you cut this one off instead of going.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna map the next one out because this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Maybe this is why we need an Emperor Vargas and a Chancellor Springer to.
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that.
Yeah, we're not going to.
That's episode 5.
But
Cut it off right now. Cut it off.
Thank you for listening and joining, and check out OrganisPriceBooks.com for all your comic book needs. Vladimir Putin did not sponsor this fucking podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.